Sexy lady, hey, you drive me crazy, hey, 'cause you are so fine, you really blow my mind. To my surprise, she be pumping those stars, all the feelings be biting, she be so enticing, no diggity down. To my house so you can spend the night. Don't you play the flower and put up a fight. I make sweet love to you and do the best I can. I know I'll make sure that you won't need another man. 'Cause
Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. Tell me what I gotta do so all of you believe. A wolf gon' dress up like a sheep, so I proceed to release the beast. Because I got big things for them, big things for them, big things for them, big things you know that I'ma sing. Big things for them, big things for them, big things for them. Who wanna pose like a friend? Man a hustle, man a shuffle hungry belly. That Honda uses wildlife sound already. The rocky road and the heavy load that I carry down here, guaranteed to be even and steady. But the celly never ring that 119. Cause if someone wants something, I bring that 119. Millimeter copper shot, stop your legion. And these things swing and barrel bang for freedom. You blood bloodthirsty vampires will perish and perish inside of my bonfire. That's how it goes for sucking souls out the sufferer. So make me show you how to hold it, you can see that, and make sure you believe that, to bring back the chances of knowing just what the factors involves or action. There's some cuss words when you flash it through the bomber. Clap, knock, what rock through my speaker. I'ma make the pressure drop on you like two seabirds. Alright, tell me what you want, tell me what you need, tell me what I gotta do so all of you believe. A wolf gon' dress up like a sheep, so I proceed to release the beast, because I got big things for them, big things for them, big things for them, big things, you know that I'm a saint. Big things for them, big things for them, big things for them, who wanna pose like a friend. Stop, watch it, I'm dropping some hot fire. Easy walking into making my speed hyper, but I get down just so I can take you higher. Cool and deadly like a haze blaze assassin for hire. See my deal major since I was a minor, so I'll harass the man a flash, shoot lighter, and let the light burn hot to the touch until the brush fire rush, flush all the liars that's getting on my nerves. Whether friend or not, you can't gauge the truth based on how many dudes they shot and all that. Some cats just don't know the rules. To fall back, try not to blame me for fool. Cross me, then you deal with a hide and Jekyll. Try to globe so I can control and hold where I settle. Finesse the scale so the soul in the shell is balanced with a strong hand ready for any challenge. Now help me sing, hey. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need, tell me what I gotta do so all of you believe. A wolf gon' dress up like a sheep, so I proceed to release the beast, because I got big things for them, big things for them, big things for them, big things, you know that I'm a saint. Big things for them, big things for them, big things for them, who wanna pose like a friend. Deceptive, hypocrite, parasite, leeches, snakes in the motherfucking grass, hyenas, vultures, fleas and ticks and tapeworms, every last back to scavenger will get burned and sliced and diced and chopped but not screwed till your game name tag reads Mr. Fish Food. Chump, don't worry about the weapons I hold, I throw a great white shark right through your front door. Alright, tell me what you want, tell me what you need, tell me what I gotta do so all of you believe. A wolf gon' dress up like a sheep, so I proceed to release the beast, because I got big things for them, big things for them, big things for them, big things, you know that I'm a saint. Big things for them, big things for them, big things for them, who wanna pose like a friend.
Yo. Did I say yo? I said it. It's the vibe on there. Mr. D's, the Open Mic King, Poison Ivy, the Queen. And now, in the studio, back from a hiatus of getting sucked into a marriage.
Is that what you gonna do?
Yes, it says. PJ's back.
I hope she didn't hear you say that.
PJ, do you feel like you've been sucked into a marriage?
Nah, marriage is beautiful. I love it. I love it.
What's your favorite part?
It's crazy.
Dinner.
Dinner.
Yeah. Nah, it's all good though. You know what? It actually didn't change. We've been rolling like this for a while, so it just made it better.
But yeah, he's back. Today on the Vibe on Air, feel free to call us 216-526-1555 and scrolling across the screen real slow. Make sure you hit us up on Facebook. You can see us right there right now. You can see us on YouTube. And of course now the new format, Periscope, which is also on Twitter. So we live right there too. So make sure you hit us up. Poison Ivy, PJ is going down. You gotta get, you try to get your head in.
I'm just saying, you said you can see, you can't see me.
You can't see.
I'm a ghost, y'all.
I'm a ghost, though. Of course, we got the ratchet news. I'm gonna be doing that. Poison Ivy, she got the GOOD, good news, and then PJ, aka Yellow Shiny.
That's what you doing?
He got sports.
Of course I do.
He got sports, and it's gonna be crazy. In studio today, our guest will be Watts, BKA Watts. He gonna be in the building, one of Cleveland's premier hosts, MC, all that. And we're gonna have my man Will Blaze in the building. Will Blaze will be in the building as well. after the 3 times he didn't show up.
You gonna put him out there like that?
Yes, definitely gonna put him
Shout
out
out to
there.
Will. He was
At
here
least he
last
got
time.
invited back.
He ain't been here in a long time.
I was here last time he was here, so that's been a minute. But shout out to Will anyway. He'll be here today.
Yeah. Like I said, we gonna jump into all that. Like I said, feel free to call us. Make sure you go to the channel that's right on the screen, YouTube channel, and subscribe. Follow, subscribe, vibe. Make sure you do that. Follow, subscribe, and vibe. Go to the channel, subscribe. If you're watching us on Facebook, we appreciate you and be shouting you out shortly. If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you. If you're on Mixler, we love you. I just don't check Mixler that much. But we are recording live on Mixler as well, so if you just want to listen to the show, go to mixler.com/thevibe on air and feel free to listen. But Joe, we got my man back, PJ in the building. What's going on with you?
Man, I'm chilling, bruh. You know, it's crazy out here because I was just thinking about something. Y'all ever have unwanted guests?
Always.
And I ain't just talking about when you at home. Unwanted guests come in a lot of different shapes and forms. You know, and it kills me because
Some of them are your friends.
Listen, bro. I'm telling you. You know how you be out somewhere and everybody kicking it and it get to the end of the night. Oh, I'm riding with you. Wait a minute.
Right. No, get out of here.
Why do you assume that you ain't? We've been sitting here having a conversation all night.
You ain't saying nothing about no
You
ride.
know you ain't got no ride home, and then all of a sudden, well, everybody about to leave, and it's like, oh, which way? Who going which way? How you know which way I'm going?
That
How
ain't
you
my
know I wanna
problem.
stop? I might not want to
My
stop.
people don't care which way I'm going. They riding with me. That's the end of the story.
I know you.
That ain't my problem.
I know you live 25, 30 minutes away, but
Like, damn, I ain't going up.
could we have had this conversation earlier so I would have known the game plan? Like, you know, it's certain places I don't want to drive after I've been drinking. I mean,
That's true.
after I've been out.
Just say you
socializing.
been, whatever. We drinking right now.
Excuse me, sponsored by
I
Overweight.
Uber home.
I got to talk about this weekend because it was my birthday.
I heard you was lit.
Man,
Yeah,
oh, man.
yeah, and it was partly his fault.
Funny. No.
It was partly
Who dragged you to the car?
Right.
we ain't talking about Tuesday, we talking about Sunday first. First of all, Sunday, you know, I get with, you know, PJ and my other homeboy franchise, and we go to Swerve. Shout out to Tone Romel, by the way, Tone over there. And,
Definitely had a good time.
and then, you know, of course, then Jock from Politics come through, and then my dude Shannon there, and of course, by the end of the night, I've had like 9, not shots,
Drinks.
glasses of Jameson.
Jameson.
And at some point, in some time, and somewhere, in some far off galaxy, I ended up at the touch of Italy, and then it was over. I don't remember nothing else past that, but walking in there. So I get in there, and then I would wake up, and it's just horrible. Then
Wait,
Monday,
you got in there. Wait, say that again.
I just got in there. I don't know what else happened.
Then you woke up that morning.
Yeah, I woke up the next
Oh,
morning.
okay.
Yeah, it was a straight fall off.
Checking for your organs, making sure everything.
Yeah, I was making sure, you know,
Making sure you
I'm making
still
sure my
had
car
your
was
liver.
okay.
Make sure your
I had to
liver
make
was
sure
still
I
in
had
there.
all my money, all that stuff. So I got home safe, you know, somehow. I didn't get arrested. That's the best thing. And then, then Monday went and had a karaoke birthday party. Bumped into a bunch of people, had some drinks.
Right. Bunch of people.
That one was all right. I made it. I went home. I remember everything about that night. It was cool, even though I still was chewed.
Did Myron come to the ill house?
No, Myron didn't make it tonight.
I seen him in Meat Market.
I don't, you know, he might have because that's the.
But you
the
wouldn't
final,
know.
The El Hassett. The El Hassett.
Was the final destination?
Shout out to Armand, because when I see you,
That's what friends are for, though. You supposed to have a good time for your
man,
birthday.
he did me dirty though. They all did. They tried to make sure I ate first real good, make sure I drank a whole bunch of water real good, so everybody knew what they was doing.
That's good.
And I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate all my bros. You know, but
Speaking of birthdays, real quick, I gotta send a shout out to my son and to my daughter. Yesterday was my son's 12th birthday. Dior, Daddy loves you, and today is Bailey's 6th birthday. Daddy loves you. So this weekend is going down. We gonna have 2 sleepovers. Thank God I ain't gotta be yet.
2 of them.
Well, they gonna be separate. So one's gonna be in one place. The girls going, and dad, mom's gonna have the girls, and dad's gonna have the guys, and then we going skating on Sunday. So
That's awesome.
yeah, their birthdays are a day apart, so it makes it easy, but sometimes it also makes it hard because they separate. At 12 and 6 now, they starting to grow apart.
They gonna wear your ass
Oh
out.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I'm already looking forward to it. It's gonna be crazy.
But happy birthday to them, you know. But is this when you talk about sleepovers? Is this like the ones that you be trying to call me and franchise for that we never go to because it's weird that a grown man asking people to go to sleepovers? I just
Seriously?
don't.
Did you
I
just have a
don't.
sleepover for your birthday? Wait, what happened?
You trying to have sleepovers?
Views that are expressed on the vibe on air are not necessarily those of everybody involved. So all I'm gonna say, what, you sleep over for your birthday? Is that what you did?
You try to throw it. You be always calling, "Hey man, we should get together and have a sleepover."
That's what I do.
Really?
That's what
he do all the day, all the time, all the damn time. It's all the time, man.
Such a lie.
I don't have
Just
to
want
lie.
to be
man.
really close to his friends.
Just put your little sweater hat combination back on. While you
My
talk.
sweater hat combination. Yeah, you ain't gonna talk about my sweater hats.
Yeah, Carl Thomas. Come on, let's
That's
get
all
it.
right though.
Carl was cute.
Sugar Bear.
I had a cousin named Sugar Bear.
I hope he was
Really?
I did. Her name was Sugar Bear.
Her name was Sugar Bear.
Yeah.
She ain't get no love.
Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear.
Shout out to Dee's barber for cutting them locks. What I call them?
Whatever, man. They wasn't locked.
No,
it
they
twisted.
was unlocked.
Whatever.
It just napped. It was everywhere.
How's your dreads doing?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Ask your sister.
Oh, here we go. See, we not gonna do this today. You just got back. Get used to things.
It don't stop.
But we about to take a quick pause for the calls real quick. We about to jump into what we do, play some music and everything. It's the Vibe on Air with PJ, Mr. Diesel, Mike King, Poison Ivy. We in the building, baby. And you know, we all about empowerment here. We like to make sure that you feel empowered. We like to promote great things. So of course, in promoting, check this out.
Feel something you love, need to be free, call Mr. Deeds. With immediate response, 24-hour bail bond service for misdemeanor or felony charges, Mr. Deeds is ready, serving all courts in all counties with affordable bail bond service.
Mr. Deeds is who you need to be free.
Hi, I'm Candace Bill. And I'm Shelly Bill. And this is Candace Bill. And you're tuning in to the Vibe.
It's not my fault that you're perfect, and I want you just for me. I blame God for making you so beautiful, nicest thing I ever seen. Your daddy raised one hell of a man, and your mama taught you well. You protect, you provide, you proclaim how I like it. You're such a man. Round of applause. You deserve a standing ovation. Boy, you're worth it. Round of applause. You deserve a standing ovation. Standing ovation. Your ex-girl must be crazy to let you get away. I know you're worthy of waiting, go. So I won't make the same mistake. I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna trust you, ain't gonna put no one above you. I'll give you my all, 'cause you give the best of me, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Round of applause. You deserve a standing ovation. Boy, you're worth it. Round of applause. You deserve a standing ovation. Standing ovation. You're sexy, you're loyal, you're patient, you're kind. So damn creative when I love all mine. Can't even blame me for being an all. That's why I love you, baby. Round of applause. You deserve a standing ovation. Boy,
Frank, we're really excited to have you on board. Hey, we got big plans for you. You're gonna love it.
How you doing? I saw you from across the bar. You look like you could use some company. So I figured I'd come and introduce myself. See if we can get better acquainted.
Your name is, my name is. Now we got that out the way. And if you cool with it, then I'm cool with it. For a minute we can parlay. Call it blue français. I don't speak French, but I'm trying something different for me. Girl, summertime violent. I wouldn't mind being anywhere with your girl in the daytime. I ain't lying, I swear. I just wanna be there to hold your hand, to pull your hair, to grip your waist, to arch your back. Be the one there when you're throwing it back. Tell me how you like that. How you feel about that? Just for a second, minutes, hour, being in your bed, kitchen, in the shower. I want you to get lost in. You're slippery when wet, so see with caution. Watch me make it stretch as we go slow. Fast, slow, fast, we go slow, fast. Ooh, I love your set as we go slow, fast. Pick it up, 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 pick it up. You might be the best.
What's that look on your face? You surprised?
You might be the best.
Hey, I'm just being honest. So you wanna get out of here? I know somewhere we can go.
I love to talk, but we can skip the conversation. I'm usually not this forward, but I'm feeling these libations, the vibration in my body from the bass. I hear you calling. Time is of the essence. So baby, why you stalling? Oh, you gotta be feeling your lip coming now. I know what I'm saying ain't all that wild. To a place where the music ain't that loud. Seconds, minutes, hour, being in your bed, kitchen, or your shower. I want to get lost in. You're slippery when wet, so see the caution. Watch me make it stretch as we go low, fast, slow, fast. We go slow, fast. Ooh, I love you so fast. We go slow, fast. Pick it up, 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 pick it up. You might be the best. Girl, I'm tired of waiting. I got something to show you, and I'm ready to put it on you for sure. You gon' love it. You gon' love it. Sure, you gon' love it. You gon' love it.
Frank, drink up now.
Yo, we are back on. This is the Vibe on Air. Mr. D, Sober Mike King, Poison Ivy Queen, and newly back, DJ Paul Jones Jr. Because that's my dad. I like him better.
Yeah, well, I mean, he'll take credit for it too.
He'll take credit for it.
Yeah, he will.
And you know, that was a music video from Cat Daniil, round of applause. And then that was Frank West, Solicitation.
That was kind of tight. Frank was doing his thing.
Frank was doing his thing, and that's, you know, that was probably.
Can't tell.
Yeah, you can't tell. It felt real current. But feel free to give us a call if you want to. 216-526-1555. The phone lines are open, and I think they are on. Yes, they are. You can give us a call if you want to talk to us. I know that boy Johnny Boy probably gonna be calling. If you want to send us any music or music videos, as long as it's clean. Clean.
Clean.
Send it to thevibeonair@gmail.com and we'll play your music.
No cursing.
We play everything. No cursing.
Don't drop the N-word.
No
N-words.
butt naked booty girls.
No shit.
They can have clothes with big booty.
That's inbox. Inbox only.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
DMs only.
But it's about time that we get into the segment portion of this thing here we like to call the vibe on Izzle for Shizzle. And that's where we are about to, you gonna take a shot. For what? It's time to hop into a little bit of this poison ivy thing that we like to call the hey. Let's go.
Okay, Rob. That's right. That's right. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Poison Night with good news and entertainment, and I got a few things for y'all today. So, because I call this the good news and entertainment. If it's something bad that I want to discuss, I'll bring that up first so we can end on a good note. So, I know y'all heard about the little boy that got shot outside of, I think it was what was it, in University Heights. He got shot by the police, but I told a story about the police shooting the man in the wheelchair last week, so I don't want to double back on the shooting that happened with that young guy, but I do want to send my condolences for that family. But a 22-year-old man was shot 16 times. This has nothing to do with that other guy that had the police dealing with the police. But a 22-year-old man was shot 16 times outside his Collinwood home. And Cleveland EMS refused to pick him up because he drove across the street into Euclid, according to police. So it's like it's a Cleveland-Euclid border.
Right.
So the man, when he drove from Cleveland to Euclid, he couldn't get no help. So an investigation is underway to determine whether the dispatcher who declined to send an ambulance violated policy.
Ambulance.
Ambulance. What I say? Ambulance.
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 The man was backing out of his driveway, backing his SUV out of his driveway at 6 p.m. on Pawnee near 200th Street. And a gunman waited for him to get in the car and back out, and he opened fire on him. The victim suffered gunshot wounds in the right side of his chest, his shoulder blade, right knee, right shoulder, right hand, left knee, and his left foot. He survived, and the gunman has not been identified. So he told police that he didn't know who could have done that to him. 22 years old, living in Euclid. I don't want to make any speculation, but maybe he was getting some money and somebody hated on him. That's the only time that type of thing kind of really happens. The crazy part is a Cleveland, a Euclid officer, I guess the officers in Euclid were on another call in South Euclid. So a Euclid officer put the man in a Cleveland officer's car, and the Cleveland officer drove him to the Euclid hospital, and then he had to get flown in a helicopter to Metro. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Right around the corner though. And the night before that, the house next door was targeted. They shot up the house next door, but nobody got shot. So
what street was that on?
This was on Pawnee.
It's time to move.
Yeah, this is Pawnee.
I ain't driving down that street.
Yeah, it's crazy, but
it's crazy as hell.
Yeah, this how we starting our new year off.
My thing is, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I get it. They got jurisdiction and stuff, but if there was no threat or danger for them paramedics and somebody got shot, I think you just got to help them. It don't matter.
You got to help them. And it's crazy. The police is who found the man.
Right.
And put him in the back of the cruiser, back of the Cleveland cruiser, and the cruiser took him to Euclid. So, yeah, it's crazy. He didn't die, so, praise God, I guess. But moving on, I had a question from a fan. Thank God they are not as freaky as they were last week, because I don't know what I don't. That's why I say, instead of them giving it to me the day of, had to like screen it. But someone wanted to know: are you a murderer if you kill your spouse, or are you just a scorned lover?
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Now, remember these when I brought up about can you turn a hoe into a housewife, and y'all was saying no, and I was saying like, well, if I kill somebody out of self-defense, does that make me a murderer? I don't think so. I don't. Because me personally, I wouldn't take anybody's life, but due to certain circumstances, I might just have to dead you. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, that's called murder.
I mean, but I'm saying, am I a murderer though?
Yeah.
How many not?
If you kill somebody in self-defense because you're defending your own life, that doesn't make you a murderer.
But how did they die?
What if you just go
They
crazy?
were murdered. No, they were killed. Murdered is what it is.
You were murdered, but that doesn't
You
make
protecting
you a
yourself,
murderer.
you killed them.
Okay, yeah,
Now,
protecting yourself, yeah, but what was the question that you?
If you okay, are you a murderer if you kill your spouse or are you just a scorned lover?
Well, how did you kill them? What was the purpose of killing them?
Yeah, why'd you kill
If you
them?
killed them when they asleep, you a murderer.
If you walked in because they was having sex with somebody else, that's still murder.
Well, you know
Yeah, that's
what?
murder.
You let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Cause I was about to cuss. I was in a messed up relationship, right, for a few years, and I ended up, being broken behind that physically. But I never wanted to hurt him, even though he was hurting me. I never wanted to hurt this person. So maybe you are a damn murderer. If somebody can piss you off, now I would break things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I never wanted to hurt the person. So yeah, your ass is a murderer. You ain't no lover scorn. You a damn murderer. Because the lover scorn just gon' F some ish up. But if you willing to take somebody's life over being in love with them, you a murderer.
It's a difference to me. If, like I said, if you're defending yourself from somebody who's trying to do physical harm to you,
right.
that's self-defense. That's not murder. That's you defending yourself and defending your honor and all that. Hold on, we got someone. Quiet Time said if you killed them because you found out they cheated on you and you want them harmed, then you're a scorned murderer.
Scorn murder.
That's real.
Yes,
That's
but
real.
write a label to it. You still a murderer. You just a scorn murderer.
You a scorned
I
murderer.
like. Who was that?
That's Quiet Times on Facebook.
Shout out to Quiet Time because that make a lot of sense. Because yeah, you do. You gotta label that whole murder situation like
But if you defending yourself, I don't consider it murder because if I got to
that's
stop
flat
him
out
is to break his
self-defense.
neck.
Yeah,
that's something
just
different.
flat out
Even if I warn you several times, don't do it. Don't come in. Don't you put that gun out. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yes, we said your name. Hey, how's it going?
All right. All right, y'all. So we're going to get off the whole murdering situation. And because it is 2018, and I wanted everybody to start, if you had a resolution, I wanted you to start it in December so that you can flow right into it. So hopefully everybody is like taking care of themselves and exercising and things like that. So I just want the ladies to know that, because I'm not like a bath taker, because it's not good for you.
Ew.
But no, I take showers.
I
take showers, but because the baths and stuff irritate us. But women, you do need to take. I want to say like once out of the week, just take a hot bath. It doesn't have to have bubbles in it. It can actually have eucalyptus oil in it because it tightens your skin.
I knew a girl named Eucalyptus.
Yeah, and I'm into this whole rose and sea salt thing. The sea salt is good for your skin, and then the roses just keep you just like, trust me. Put some roses in your bathtub, it'll work for you, honey. But ladies, once a week, you know what I'm saying? We dealing with these kids. We dealing with these men. Take you a hot bath, light you some candles. Make sure they white. White candles is the best. And you know what I'm saying? Just bask in your little bath or whatever. Your sea salt, your honey soak, your eucalyptus. Do that. So, and then I heard PJ talking earlier about smoothies. He said, what you said was gang, beer gang? And what?
It's beer. Okay, so yeah, this summer, see, I'm on the smoothie kick. I'm about to drop it down.
So it's beards and
it's
what?
Beer gang, no shirt. Summer.
Beer gang, no shirt.
Beer gang, no shirt all summer long.
On that note, he said he drinks smoothies. He's trying to get his smoothie on.
Smooth too.
So he can do his no shirt thing. Now, frozen banana and peanut butter in the morning is a good smoothie. I'm going to tell you how you make it. So you take a frozen banana, you cut it into chunks. You take a teaspoon of peanut butter, 3 to 4 pieces of ice, half a cup of milk. I don't drink regular milk. I drink almond milk. Whatever milk you drink, I would suggest you drink like skim milk or silk or something, or soy, not like that cow's milk, but dairy, so whatever that is. Put that in there, blend it up for 30 seconds. Add the peanut butter, blend it up again, add the ice cubes, blend it up a little bit more, and that's a perfect smoothie for breakfast. So if you're trying to get the beards and the shirt off like PJ, you might want to.
Summer 2018.
Summer 2018, you might want to get your
Beer gang
smoothie
shirt
on.
off all day long.
Now, I particularly drink lemon water in the morning. That's my thing. In the morning, I'm drinking lemon water, and I'm going to tell you what lemon water does. It boosts the digestive system. It's a natural cleansing for the body. Potassium, which we all need. Vitamin B and C, calcium, magnesium, antioxidants, and iron. So you can't go wrong with that. So if you're not in the mood to just get up and blend some stuff together, like the banana and the peanut butter or however you like your smoothie, just pour you a glass of water and put some lemon in it, and you good to go. And make sure you work out. We got to work out, y'all. We got to work out. I'm so big on this. Like, I drink and I do other things, but at the same time, I take breaks for myself and my body and my well-being. You have to take care of yourselves. My mom died at 37. That is very young. And it's only because she really didn't take care of herself. So, you know what I'm saying? I got a friend that exercises once a week. Really, all you need is 3 times a week and a lot of sleep. Get some sleep, get some rest, eat some fruit. Y'all see I got these strawberries and grapes, you know what I'm saying? Get it together. And that's the end of the Poison Ivy Good News and Entertainment.
Speaking of baths, though, I like when you touched on it.
Go ahead.
G take baths with the vinegar. He's trying to get that snap
No,
back.
but you know what? You know, now I'm telling you, PJ, the roses work better than the vinegar.
He be trying to get it back. I told him that's not for guys.
Look, get some roses. The roses will work. The roses work.
That was Poison Ivy, the GOOD Good News Report.
Don't get sore on me, man.
Yeah, it's all right though. It's all right, but you know, it's okay, PJ. You my guy, and I really just like to say one thing to you.
Here it comes.
You know some bullshit.
I just wanted to slap the crap out of you real quick.
You made me cuss, PJ.
Yeah, you just, you know,
Is that slapping 5?
No, that's slapping you like the.
This sound like the water boy. Slap hands. Slap hands. That ain't even a real slap. You sound like a big choo-choo train.
I sound like a bitch. Oh man. Well, it's about that time to go here because it's some really stupid stuff going on in the news. So it's about this time. Wait a minute, where'd it go?
The news is funny.
It's
the news is comical these days.
Oh my goodness. If it isn't Little Miss Attitude. She rushing. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. I am not the one, boo-boo. You said what? Hold my baby.
The ratchet nose.
Today in Ratchet News, Donald Trump is in Ratchet News again.
Here we go.
He's staying in Ratchet News.
He's staying it.
Number 45, or as my dude from Deezus and Muriel call him, Trumpito.
Agent Orange.
Yeah. Oh, he got more stuff that keep coming out on him. He already had an issue with being racist and talking about Haitians and Africans, and now Donald Trump paid porn star $130,000 to stay silent over an alleged affair. Yes, we already knew that he paid for it anyway. Now
You would have to.
You pay for him to leave, but now he paying for him to shut up.
Right.
Trump's lawyer denies president had an affair with porn star Stormy Daniels in 2006.
I've seen her before.
Wall Street Journal alleges lawyer Michael Cohen oversaw payment in 2016. Donald Trump's lawyer has denied the president had an affair with an adult star 12 years ago, but did not address a specific allegation that Trump paid her $130,000 to prevent her from disclosing the encounter. The Wall Street Journal reported on Friday that longtime Trump Organization attorney Michael Cohen oversaw the payment in the final days of the 2016 presidential election. Cohen did not address that claim in a statement to the Journal, but he denied the allegation that Trump and Stephanie Clifford, who performs under the name Stormy Daniels, had an encounter in 2006. Now, if you don't know who Stormy Daniels is, if you've seen the 40-Year-Old Virgin, she was the one in the 40-Year-Old Virgin that he kept dreaming about.
Oh yeah,
that was her.
That's why I saw her.
That's Stormy Daniels.
I didn't see her anywhere else. That's why I saw her.
You ain't see her nowhere else, right? No. Liar. Cohen has also showed the Journal an email apparently signed by Stormy Daniels that reportedly read, "Rumors that I have received hush money from Donald Trump are completely false." Yeah, okay. The statement denied that Clifford and Trump had a sexual or a romantic affair. But there's also another woman who came across where Stormy Daniels and another porn star was trying to Stormy Daniels and Trump was trying to call another porn star talking about, "Hey, come on in, let's have some fun. Let's do some things. Let's have some fun." And it was like, but she's coming forward with it.
That's what it is. It's hush money. So of course she's gonna say no because she got hush money.
And this was also at the same time he was first married to Melania Trump. So he was still married at the time. Too. So it's all crazy.
He paying for his women all the way around. It don't matter.
They said Trump was dressed in a suit in the same outfit in a photo circulated by adult film star Jessica Drake when Drake accused Trump of groping her at the golf tournament a decade ago. So, this is not his first encounter with porn stars. It's nothing new to him.
Dude's a billionaire, is he? I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's
before the presidency, he was a playboy. That's what he was. That's what he was doing. So, I mean, it wouldn't be shocking to me.
It's not shocking, but it's still ratchet. So, as usual, Donald Trump, you get the coveted award that we give to all the dumbasses in the ratchet news, and that's the.
Get your dumb ass down.
I don't know how they made you president. They should have never gave you orange people money.
Wow.
Get your dumb ass down.
Yeah.
And further.
Oh no! You know what?
Going on.
Speaking of Trump, real quick, D. Did you hear? So on Monday,
what
Donald Trump declared that January 15th is now a national federal holiday, Martin Luther King Jr.
I saw that, but that's not what it was.
Like it hasn't been. No, I'm sorry, man. That was 35 years ago.
But that's not what he did. Every Martin Luther King Day, a president has to sign a proclamation for Martin Luther King Day. They've been doing this since Reagan.
That dude didn't know.
And I'm not ever going to back up Trump.
That's what you just did.
I read it to the story.
He didn't know.
But Trump's still stupid. It don't matter.
Know.
He probably didn't know. He probably thinking he made it a holiday.
Yeah,
but
he probably think he got his.
They probably tell him, "Sir, you have to sign a proclamation." All the past presidents have done it.
Nah, dude don't know.
I'm gonna free the slaves. But in further ratchet news, former Montana lawmaker gets 18 years for drug trafficking.
What was he selling?
That's right. We finna find out. A former leader of the Montana House of Representatives who once supported funding for an anti-drug campaign was sentenced to 18 years in prison Thursday for his central role in a methamphetamine traffic ring.
Makes sense.
Michael Lang, which is also the name of the guy from Love Boat, the Republican House Majority Leader during the 2007 legislature, arranged deliveries for at least 20 and possibly up to 50 pounds, 9 and possibly up to 22 kilograms, I guess, if you're in England somewhere, of meth from a source in California over a 7-month period in 2016. Prosecutors said it was sold through a network of approximately 15 to 20 dealers in Montana and Wyoming, according to federal prosecutors and an FBI Drug Task Force officer. Lang pled guilty in September to the drug conspiracy and distribution charges. He apologized at his sentence, but drew a sharp rebuke from U.S. District Judge Susan Waters after Lang appeared to minimize his involvement in the traffic ring and claimed the truth of what happened had never been revealed. Now, this is a dude who was in office making laws against drugs, against drug traffickers, trying to sentence people to however many joints they could get him.
Right.
And you go back and do the same thing and then try to act like it was nothing.
That's where the money at, though. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm that guy, right? So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna say, make it illegal, make it harder for them. So the street value of the drugs go higher. It makes it difficult for the other dealers, and then on the back end, I'm getting my cut for selling it.
It's like that twist in the movie where you be looking at the movie and it's the guy who trying to help you and be trying to press law, and then all of a sudden you find out, boom, he's the dude that's actually the kingpin.
Right.
It's that twist in the movie. Michael Lange, not the one from Love Boat. You get to covet it.
Sit your dumb ass down.
Have fun in jail.
He only done because he got caught. Because what he did was actually, kind of smart for what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
He probably should have just had somebody else fronting it. You know what I'm saying?
But he still tried to play like he did do that.
It was in his basement. It was in his garage.
It was in his house. He had the lab right in his room.
He had the car. He was driving around in the car.
He had another apartment
in his name. No.
Right, in his name. Right. And he probably was written the cars in his name too. Finally in ratchet news, close to home, Akron. An Akron woman pleads guilty to human trafficking charges and agrees to testify against boyfriend, prosecutors say. Pearl Coffey, or Kofi.
Hold up. What's her first name?
Pearl.
She was born 85 years old. You know that, right? You can't. Pearl is an old lady's name.
I know a young woman named Pearl.
She 85.
She cute. But she's 34 actually, and she was charged with attempted trafficking in persons, compelling prostitution, and corrupting another with drugs. The Summit County Prosecutor Office said in the statement, authorities said Coffey preyed on women and girls and forced them to have sex with men at several locations, including a home. Coffey's boyfriend, Darren Townsend, 37, is also charged in the case, and she's agreed to testify against Townsend, whose trial is scheduled to start February 5th before Summit County Court of Common Pleas, Judge Amy Corrigo-Jones. Coffey is scheduled for sentencing on February 27th. Now, it's ratchet enough you help and sell some hoes.
Sell some what?
Sell some hoes. Sell some hoes. You helping, you pretty much the ringleader. But when you get caught, you turn around and do the Nino. You turn around and do the Nino, and you gonna throw the pretty boy under the bus.
Turn the state's evidence.
Yeah. If I'm going down, you gonna
what?
You know what they say?
They threatened my mother. That's what
Snitches get stitches.
Snitches get stitches.
Have fun in Summit County Jail, but you know what you need to do, right?
Sit your dumb ass down.
It's messed up out here, man. These streets is crazy.
And all I'm gonna say is this: it shouldn't be right. She gonna get a reduced sentence for telling on her partner.
That's the whole thing.
That's just wrong.
That's her whole game plan, man. She already knew what she was doing when she did it, but
they was both involved in it. They both should get the same thing,
right? But the thing is, though, just because you got caught up, you shouldn't even be trying to rat him out. You shouldn't even try to rat him out. Yeah, you got caught. Fine. You knew the risk. He gonna get caught up too if he got caught with you. But
you knew the risk when you walked into the situation. So
but you ain't gonna just rat him out.
Ain't no honor amongst thieves. That's what it is.
You be mad as hell if he ratted you out. I don't know. He might be He might be in another room like, yeah, and she had.
I'll probably be turning state's evidence too.
Yeah, you a chump.
He stole the candy too. Oh, and in other ratchet news, just real quick, y'all can't see it, but I had to tell Deez about himself because got all this nice equipment in the office, and this dude got his computer sitting on like the thesauruses.
To keep it cool.
What you couldn't get no stand. Those is like Abraham Lincoln, but
some nice encyclopedias.
Man,
it's 6 of them.
Y'all just had to see it. It's crazy. Oh, you playing with your little buttons?
You quite finished?
I'm done.
Thank you. And that was the ratchet news for the day. Thank you very much. And now it's time for this dude here to finally do what he's supposed to do instead of talking and running his damn mouth.
He could go.
You remember this, don't you?
95 yards.
Yeah, I do remember.
Sports.
PJ with sports.
So it's been an interesting week in the sports world. I know a lot of you saw the NFL playoffs on Sunday. The most remarkable play I've ever seen in a football game. New Orleans Saints versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thought the game was over. The Saints thought they had it wrapped up. One more play. They throw the ball to the sideline, and I don't know how Marcus Williams missed this tackle. I understand what the man was saying. Didn't want to have pass interference. Turned into a 61-yard touchdown to end the game. I'm saying, bruh, just step back. Wait for him to come down with the ball and grab him. He went up under him and just completely missed. And the memes, I wish I could show you some of the memes that they put up for the dude missing the tackle, but this is probably going to be the worst offseason for anybody other than a Buffalo Bills kicker from the 90s in the world, because that dude going to have to sit back and he going to have to hear about it. They had people on the John Madden game kicking him off the team. They was making all type of tweets. I mean, it was a great game. The Saints had a great comeback, and you just didn't see it ending that way, but it did. Shout out to Stephon Diggs for making the catch and staying in bounds. And pretty much solidifying his career because he's the man right now. So this coming week, what you have is the NFC and the AFC championship game. I'm not going to say who I'm rooting for, but it ain't the Patriots. I'm just going to tell you this right now. Never really been a fan, but with everything that happened this year, a couple players shouldn't be playing. I just feel like Gronk shouldn't even be playing. He should be suspended indefinitely. How is it that you can purposely go after somebody and attack them on the field like that and injure them, and you get a one-game suspension, but for drinking or smoking weed, you indefinitely suspended? Right. Somebody please explain that to me, because it makes no sense at all. But it is the world that we live in. So this weekend, Jacksonville Jaguars, I'm rooting for y'all. I hope y'all can pull it out. And then I'm looking at the Minnesota Vikings. They'll probably pull it out over in the NFC, and we may be seeing a Super Bowl finally without the Patriots in it. Shout out to Jacksonville for beating the Steelers. I'm going to say this right now. Never will root for that team. And there was a couple of people that had problems with Browns fans being excited about the Steelers.
Do you need me real quick?
I'm just saying.
Because if you need me, I got it ready.
It was crazy, though. How are you going to be upset? That's a rivalry, okay? So no matter what the record is, we are never supposed to be excited for the Steelers to win, but we always supposed to want them to lose, just like they was excited when they beat us. We an 0-15 team, and they gave us our 16 loss, and they was pumped about it.
It was so funny how they kept talking about y'all had a parade, though. Y'all need a parade.
Listen, we didn't.
Y'all should have paraded down the field better.
First off, that parade was set up for different reasons. It was to basically express how people were unhappy with the team, and they donated the proceeds to the food bank, so it did some good, but I'm not even talking about the parade. I'm talking about how these bandwagon fans want to jump and be a Steeler fan because they winning, and now they want to talk bad about us because we say something
like poison,
and we happy when they lose. You're supposed to be. That's what a healthy rivalry is. You're supposed to be happy when that rival team loses. So it is what it is. The Steelers, y'all at home with us. Y'all off season has started just like ours has.
The Browns need to step their game.
Well, they're going through a whole renovation. I can't even list how many coaches.
How long they been going through that for years?
Yeah, well, it happened again. The offensive coaching staff has been changed up. We brought in a new GM and a new assistant GM. So we looking back to April at the draft to see what we're gonna do.
Got to do better.
You'll move on to basketball. So some news that came out today: LeBron James and Stephen Curry, were selected as the top vote getters for the NBA All-Star Game, so they will be the captains. And this is going to be real interesting because the stories keep coming out about this Kyrie Irving trade and how LeBron supposedly pulled the trigger on that trade. And LeBron is saying in the press, I did not want to trade Kyrie. So I'm looking to see who the first pick of this game is going to be and where Kyrie's going to end up, because now you know with the new format, you can be picked on either side. It's not an East versus West.
So it's more like playing in the street.
Basically, yeah. Everybody that got voted in is up for grabs, basically. Wow. The top two vote getters get to be
captains.
Ain't
no East-West no more.
It's no East-West. So it's going to be an interesting thing because it's going to be a lot of partners partnering up, and you're going to see some players that are going to be playing against each other that normally wouldn't be in the All-Star game. But I'm waiting to see how that's going to unfold.
That's going to be crazy.
Cleveland Cavaliers. So everybody's worried. You know, we've dropped a lot of games in the past couple of weeks. We have been going through some transitions, some problems. Everybody's worried about what's going to happen. What's going to happen now?
Shut up, Francis.
Is he going to leave? Is he going to stay? My thing is this. Let's worry about this season, number one. We got some health issues. We got some players that are coming back from injury. Isaiah Thomas, one of the things that he stated in the media was he needs to get his legs back, but getting involved with the team is a little bit harder because the Cavs don't practice as much. And that's because we're a veteran team with a lot of age. So they in the way that the schedule is. So right now what you're looking at, people, is Isaiah Thomas coming back. Hopefully Derrick Rose will come back healthy and it'll give a boost to our bench. But if you look at the game the other night, we played against the Golden State Warriors. 3 quarters into that game, we were playing great basketball. With the exception of a few things. We got gassed and we started missing shots during the stretch, and then we ended up losing. So
just to say this, stand there where Moore said, Kyrie is going up against LeBron.
Well, I mean that's to be seen. You know, LeBron might pick him. You know what I mean? Here's the thing: you got Steph Curry, who's a point guard. Who is he going to pick another starting point guard on his team? I mean, What's the strategy? You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting to see.
You need a winner too.
Oh, and stand there where Moore. Them Pittsburgh Steelers, hot bottom. I seen your page, bro. Hot bottom. You from Cleveland. Act like it.
Same thing to you, Chris Young. I see you out there. Francis Riviera Williams wants to know, what do you think is going to happen to Ty Lue? You think they're going to do to him what they did to David Black?
At this point in the season, you don't have a replacement. So what I like to tell people is when David Black got replaced, Ty Lue was being groomed for the position anyway, okay? He was basically he wasn't even really an assistant. He was a co-head coach. He was in position to be the coach. Right now, you don't have a coach ready to take over this team, and that would just totally destroy anything that's happening. So I wouldn't say that would happen until after the season if things don't go the way that the organization wants. But right now, I think Ty Lue's going to coach at least through the end of the season, and we'll see what happens then, depending on where we end up. But with that, you know, the thing about the Cavs is we all know this team, and I hate the way they play like this. They're always late starters. You know, they start the season off and they progress as it goes along, but they have their bumps in the road. January's always been a problem with this team. I think after the All-Star stretch, we are going to get going. I wish we could do it earlier than that. They're calling for people, people are calling for JR to be traded and Tristan and this, that, and the third. I think we do need to make a move as far as a big man. I don't think JR is going to be a person that they're going to let go. What's going on?
Stan Edward Moore again. Cavs are not going to win a championship without DeAndre Jordan or Boogie Cousins. Do what you need to do to get either one here.
I agree with the fact that we do need to address that situation.
And then you going to say Steeler Nation's baby, but don't nobody care.
Yeah, okay. I do agree with that position as far as a big man needing to be addressed. We need to get stronger in the middle. Tristan's not the person to handle it anymore. With the way we play ball, we use our forwards as stretch forwards. So playing, inside ball, you need a dominant presence in the inside. We do need to address that position. And I, for one, am for trading that pick if that means getting somebody here that's going to win now.
I agree.
Everybody's worried. Don't trade the pick because LeBron might leave. People, he ain't going nowhere.
And the thing is like the way I feel anyway, like I said, it don't matter to me until after the All-Star game.
That's when the season
really started to heat up. That's when it started to heat up. Right now, it don't really matter.
The way LeBron played ball against Golden State, the way he was, the way he played inside out, if he gets in his mind, he's going to do that the rest of the season. Teams are going to have problems. Dwayne Wade, it might be time to change that up, though. It might be time to put JR on the bench and let Dwayne start. Just because Dwayne's been more productive, or just give Dwayne more minutes, have him playing with the first and the second team.
Has Matthews was here the other day, and he said the same thing. He said, JR ain't been hot yet. He ain't been heating up yet.
He's going to catch that streak.
Yeah, he's going to.
But it's going to come. We can't wait for it to come. Him being that starting role. We need those points and it's also about matchups. It might be where he's starting one game and he's not starting another game, depending on who we're playing against. So there's a lot of avenues to be explored. Like I said, Isaiah looked a little bit better playing against Golden State, playing more minutes. He's just got to get his legs up under him under that shot. But it's going to definitely be an interesting second half to this season. So, Cavs fans, don't give up on your team yet. And Stan Edward Moore, I'm going to say this. They wasn't supporting the Cats in Pittsburgh like we was in Cleveland. Remember that.
Boom. And that's sports. That's the PJ with sports. Shout out to all the Pittsburgh Steelers fans.
Y'all at home like we are.
Y'all at home.
I don't care how many wins. I don't care how
I don't know
many
if y'all
wins you
heard
had.
me. I don't know. Shh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
Sit your dumb ass down.
Yeah, sit y'all dumbasses down. Y'all ain't going nowhere.
The rivalry will be back.
Yep. We about to take a quick pause for the calls real quick. We're going to jump into some music. We got some music from... actually, I want to play a double play. We lost a good MC out of Cleveland recently. I grew up with the guy. We went to school together. And, you know, I found some of his music videos, and we're going to play a couple of them for you. Rest in peace to Potent Dank. Michael Gunther, if you up there, you know what's going on. But we're going to play that for you. We're going to play a double play of his music. But this is the vibe on air. Mr. D's Open Mike King, PJ, Poison Ivy the Queen. And we in the building. And Stan, I play one of your songs on the air, man. You're welcome.
Yo, this your boy MC Brain, chilling right here with my brother Robert Cruz from the Blue Boy. Y'all better get a piece of that sweet potato pie. We chilling right here on the Vibe on Air.
Lord, I'm your humble servant. Please hear my humble cry. I already feel like I'm dead, and I don't wanna die. I'm lost. Nothing but evil and temptation surrounds me. I've been flying high by myself, Lord. I need for you to crown me. Please hear my humble cry. I'm in need of your blessings, Father. Please do not pass me by. Please hear my humble cry. I'm in need of your blessings, Father. Please do not pass me by. Such a hard head. I should already be dead. 2 times already sped. Still another time I did. And it usually gets the best of me because that TV stressing is stressing me. And I let you bless me. And before I'm even done, you already know what the mess be. To let go of my ego stop. These ain't God out. Let you walk with me and stand for me. And that's without a doubt. You be basking in your glory. Ignore it with your blessings. You know all that I've done, so there's no need for confession. LG to the second power. Let go and let God. Maybe my life wouldn't be so hard. Lord, I'm sick and tired of struggling. All this anguish and suffering. Trying to get by. Go for your blessings, I should be moving. Hey, just trying to get by. Go for your blessings, I should be moving. Lord, I'm your humble servant. Please hear my humble cry. I already feel like I'm dead, and I don't wanna die. I'm lost. Nothing but evil and temptation surrounds me. I've been flying high by myself, Lord. I need for you to crown me. Please hear my humble cry. I'm in need of your blessings, Father. Please do not pass me by. Please hear my humble cry. I'm in need of your blessings, Father. Please do not pass me by. I wonder how we ever came to this. We stuck so deep in the game. My pain has no personality, so I'm filled with the devil's greed. This is my life indeed. I represent G's and OGs. Losing God on this Lord, that's a problem. I can't talk, so watch it. You be bothered with this instant life I lead. I pray to free so I can be free from all of my crooked ways. These ain't the ways. I'm losing my day for day. Ain't no time to sleep. These demons keep surrounding me with drug lies, pushers, killers, nothing to love, nothing to trust. Through heaven, have a spot for us. My veins is full of dust, my heart is full of love, but you still got love for us, got love for us. Enough is enough, my pain has no value. What have you? Looking the devil's weed to the Lord, I plead my case until I'm on my knees and I'm face to face in eternal grace. If you could just change my face and help me find my way, for this I pray, into the danger, full of anger. I repent my sins again and again. Until you help me win, I repent my sins again and again. Lord, Lord, peace in my humble cry. I already feel like I'm dead, and I don't wanna die, I'm lost. Nothing but evil and temptation surrounds me. I've been flying high by myself, Lord, I need for you to crown me. Please hear my humble cry. I'm in need of your blessings, Father. Please do not pass me by. Please hear my humble cry. I'm in need of your blessings, Father. Please do not pass me by.
Thank man, you know what I'm saying? Been down for a minute, you know what I'm saying? But now you back up and well, healthy, man. You know, God bless you.
Thank man, you know, just Jack, man. Let's believe, man. Get well, get better, man.
Hey, bro. I wish you a speedy recovery, man. You gotta hurry up and come home.
I am humbled and I am blessed. For through all my troubles and all our stress, you have kept me, you have blessed me my every step. My family, my friends, and my supporters, you have given me the best. And through all my trials, you have never left. I'll call on you and I'll pull through. And for all you have done, Father, I thank you. I thank you for giving me family and friends that are right to the end. I just want to thank you. Even when I'm gone, who will keep me alive to reminisce. I thank you for keeping me strong when I no longer have the strength. I just want to thank you for blessing my life and forgiving me all of my sins.
Mr. D's Open Mic King, Poison Ivy, PJ. PJ, what made you come back?
Trying to save you.
Trying to save me. Can't save what's already invincible. Can't stop the greatest.
No.
Can't stop the greatest. I'm like Ali and Tyson with Superman. I'm incredible. Unstoppable.
You eat at Incredibles.
Don't get it. Yeah, good fight.
Shout out to Incredibles. They got good food.
Yeah. In the studio at this time, we have our guests. They're very good guys. That we understand. Somebody told us that. Somebody said that they're okay guys. And, I'm inclined to believe them. They actually both appeared on the show before in the early days. The days of slavery.
Days of slavery.
We're not going to talk about that.
We ain't going to talk about that.
This
was before Poison.
That was a shot.
Man, it definitely was a shot, but it wasn't a deliberate shot. It was a misfire. In the building, we got my man, Will Blaze, and next to him, we got the one and only, the young one. I like to call him the Prince over Mike, but he might be the king, right? Well, no, I'm still the king. But give it up to my man, Watts. Blaze and Watts. Blaze and BKA. That could be BB.
Fake audience.
Beer gang. You already know what it is. Beer gang.
Definitely in the house.
Beard gang. How's it going, guys?
Cool. You know what I'm saying? Just out here, with your chin on 10 and feeling good. Mayor of Cincinnati. Chandrick Lamar. Benjamin Franklin, if you will.
That was funny. You a funny guy.
Only on Thursdays.
So what's going on, man? We got y'all in the studio again. Well, let me ask y'all. Y'all did the first time when we did it. Back when we was first starting it out, and now y'all here, and it's a different area, different feel, different vibe. What's the difference? What's the difference in the vibe in the room right now?
I see what you're doing there when you keep dropping the word vibe in your statements.
It's a plug.
It's called
a plug.
It's called branding.
It's called subscribe.
Branding. Subscribe, by the way.
Subscribe.
Y'all
follow, subscribe.
Yeah, you gotta do that because it's fancy in here nowadays.
Tell them again why.
Doing, man. Honestly, as I prepare to hear to launch YouTube content, I'm like, yeah, let me just steal from y'all because I like y'all whole little thing here. Y'all got the mad feng shui popping.
Yeah, feng shui.
That's a big word.
Wow.
But can I ask you a question? Why's it got to be angry?
Huh?
You said it's mad feng shui. What did it do to be?
Nah, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like yin yang, man. That's the balance, man.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of newness in here, man. You know, it's
got books,
new upholstery.
Books.
You are aware that this is a whole nother building.
Who said books?
Got new teeth.
Right.
We got all kinds of new going on up in here, man.
Will Blaze is going in. Wow.
Stick and move.
I know. Get your lineup together, though. Get your lineup together and holler at me. But
nah, last time we was all kind of hugging. The room was small.
Yeah, it was kind of small.
It was real hot.
It was hot. It was like a little kumbaya circle with microphones.
It was hot.
It was a refugee camp.
Yeah,
it was a refugee camp for radio.
Definitely had no ventilation in the situation,
right.
but we fixed that.
It was a lot of people in there that was actually thirsty.
Wow.
But it was none of us.
Oh. We offered drinks, but they didn't, I guess.
Well, who was thirsty? Damn it, who was thirsty?
The views that are expressed on the live show.
He said, I'm not thirsty. Right.
We're enjoying the libations right now. But,
quite refreshed.
I tried to catch up with Will Blaze a couple of times. He was supposed to be here for the New Year's show, but
he
had a conflict of interest, which was his car didn't want to come.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was supposed to be here at another show, but he had to go to New York.
Indeed.
And
fancy.
New York Trump's vibe on air.
Just a little bit.
Don't nobody Trump the vibe
it's
on
money,
air, baby.
Money.
That's a blessing right
Trump
there.
said, I gotta get paid.
Yes, sir.
For what I did.
Yes, sir.
No, it was love though. It was love, definitely.
New York was crazy.
So tell us about what what's what you're working on now. What's going on now with you right now, Will?
Well, I'm a part of this project called Modern Warrior. That's basically kind of telling the story of a veteran coming back from Afghanistan and his transition back into civilianhood, and it's telling that story with like a jazz kind of musical background, and it's me. This female singer, Chanel Johns. Got my homeboy, Adrian Orlando Watson on there.
Okay.
Jeffrey Golden. Dominic Farinacci is the person who's putting it all together. He's a trumpet player, and he's also like one of the cats that kind of, I guess, run the Lincoln Jazz Center or what have you. So it's like, I guess he's a big deal of sorts. But he's dope.
He's kind of a big deal.
No, but he's dope on the horn. So we did our premiere of the show out in New York, in Manhattan at the Sheen Center, and it was craziness.
So was jazz your thing, or that's just where you were led to?
It's something that I got connected into it. I love jazz music.
Yeah.
That's what taught me how to sing. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, listening to Coltrane and Lee Morgan and Miles Davis and all those cats, I listened to what they were doing on the horns, and I tried to emulate that with my voice. So I always loved jazz, but that's not like, I try not to box myself into one genre, as much as I can, but I love jazz.
Well, right now, that's what's going for you.
That's one of the things.
You would do other genres of music.
Oh, yes, most definitely. I mean,
he already does,
my
actually.
album is like hip-hop soul, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's got, of course, some jazz influences on there, R&B influences, pop, rock, all that. So that's why I say I try not to box myself in, because you might find me at an open mic doing Smells Like Teen Spirit, or you might find me doing Prototype.
Actually, you do that.
I
You
do
did
that.
You did do that.
Yeah, definitely.
So what do you flock to the most, though? What's your favorite genre?
I mean, I don't have one. Like, I really don't.
Pick a day of the week.
What don't?
That's what I'm saying.
What don't you like?
Now, what I don't jab with all the way is country. Like, I'm starting to get into it a little bit, and I like authentic country, like, soulful stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the new pop country and rap country they be trying to do.
So you prefer Conway Twitty over Garth Brooks?
I mean,
it kind of be the same.
One of them, yeah, whoever. I'm talking about Divide. I don't know the artist.
A lot of people not into country music, but it is certain songs.
A lot of black people are not into country music.
Right,
Let's get that right.
But it's certain songs you can find that fit you.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm hip.
That's the beauty of the art of music. It's not really about the genre. It's more when you hear it.
What fit you right.
Exactly.
That's why I said it. Like, pick a day of the week. You might feel like today is R&B. You might be on a jazz vibe tomorrow. You might be on pop, and people will laugh about black people listening to pop music. But guess what?
I listen to all
it's
that.
some of the best music ever made. I mean, it's about who did it. It's not really so much about the genre. It's about who did it.
But you know what, though? I'm always in a mixed mode. Like, I want to hear some old school. I want to hear some new school. I want to hear some ratchet music, like all at the same time.
That be my playlist sometimes.
What I'm saying? Hell yeah.
Sometimes I have like my modes. Like, if I'm like riding in the car, like, this is gonna be my mode while I'm riding. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm cleaning though, like at the house, like it's whatever. Like it's play whatever. I need all the energy.
Good cleaning music.
That good cleaning energy.
That good cleaning music. Right.
That's what I need.
So you're working on that in New York. But what you got going on locally now? What you got going on in Cleveland that's going on? I know you had the last time when with the hit new shoes,
right?
Which I couldn't play on the air because you.
Apparently, it's a little too graphic.
It's a little vulgar.
I'm working. I'm trying to see if I can fit it in. I'm trying to,
I mean, it's about breakups and so on. So sometimes those can be a little graphic, but it's not terrible. I'm not like cussing nobody out. I just got a few choice words in there.
Right. So people just really want to understand.
Yeah. No, but right now I'm working on music. I'm working on my EP, Lessons in Love, Volume 1. And I'm trying to put, all the finishing touches on that. I don't have a set date of release yet, but some of the material I sent you is from that.
Okay.
I'm also doing, vocal lessons and things of that sort.
Which I hit you up about.
Yeah.
You never hit me back.
I mean, you didn't DM me,
But you commented, you was one of the comments that I didn't take seriously. I said
serious.
Inbox.
Yeah. I thought I did inbox you.
So you trying to get
about the lessons?
Yes.
I'm about to check right now.
You trying to get vocal lessons? Is that what it is?
I'm trying to get vocal lessons.
Because you want to do what?
To check, right?
Sing better.
He want to enhance his.
You want to sing better? You mean sing?
Yeah.
He want to sing better. He sing. He sang.
I sing already.
He
sing.
I wouldn't call that
He
singing.
want to sing.
I really wouldn't call that singing.
Yeah,
Screaming is more like it.
Yeah, but what I call what you're doing is hating.
Oh, well,
as usual. As usual.
Sometimes the truth. Sometimes the truth sounds like hate.
Sometimes the hate just is the truth. Sometimes your hater is the truth.
Hey man, I'm just telling you, man. I wouldn't want to lie to you. We just talked about that.
You did, but it was like, what's up with doing the show, and I want vocal lessons.
Oh,
so I just
I think it's both business about both.
I responded just to the show side.
So Blaze, you are an established singer.
Something like that.
Facts.
You do this. This your thing.
Mm-hmm.
What advice do you have for upcoming singers?
Stop putting out trash. I'm answering for him. Wow.
Man. Say it again. Hold on. Say it again. Why?
Wow. Stop putting out
trash.
Look.
Now, is the trash behind them doing their own thing or them singing other people's songs? Like, what's the trash?
Trash is just trash. Like
something that just don't sound right.
Everybody ain't built for this.
You right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't meant to be an artist. Just because somebody gassed you and said, you could sing a little bit, don't mean that you're meant to be an artist.
Right.
Now, I'm not knocking anyone that's out there attempting to be an artist.
I am.
One thing I will say is, be yourself, but know what you have. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, not to get all deep, but everybody ain't, you got to know your seat in the kingdom. Like, you got to know where you're supposed to sit. Like, everybody ain't meant to be on the right hand of God. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that I am. I'm just saying that everybody
not meant to be.
So you got to, like, people be looking at other people where they at and what they're doing and be like, oh, yeah, I want to do that and I envy that. But that might not be your gift. That might not be your calling. Make sure you find out what your calling is and then walk in that. But walk in that boldly. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say to anybody that's out there trying to do this artist thing. If you got something new, like, bring something new as long as it's dope. You know what I'm saying? And then don't let everyone else tell you and dictate what's dope. Like, it's cats out here that people didn't believe, and then they got the platform, and the masses heard the music, and it's like, oh, this shit actually is dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch the cuss.
So outside of your music, what you into?
Gee.
Like, when you not doing music, what you doing?
So when I'm not doing music, I'm chilling with my people. I'm probably getting a bit intoxicated from time to time.
I was about to say, what you doing with your people? Y'all getting bottled? What y'all doing? What you doing? You talking about chilling with your people?
He just told me to keep it PG, so I'm trying to
we can talk about herbs.
Yeah, so we can talk about
just
herbs.
Just can't cuss.
Who's got you.
So you getting comfortable.
Get comfortable, with my people. That's what I do. But
why did you get comfortable with your people?
No.
Speaking of
he does get comfortable. They go get Chipotle bowls and they
don't get Chipotle bowls. They get Chipotle babies.
I do get Chipotle babies. I get Chipotle babies, man. It's aggressive. I don't know. I'm a square, man. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do none of that.
But let's talk about Watts. Let's talk about Watts. He say he's a square. But you got the show at the Anatomy you do on Saturdays.
Yeah, no, I don't.
No,
I don't.
You ain't doing that
last
no
week was our last Saturday.
What? So what you doing?
You heard it here first on the Vibe on Air.
So what you doing now?
Unite CLE is done.
What you doing now, baby? What you doing now?
I'm actually. Y'all are really hearing this here first. I'm about to rebrand it, change the name, and we about to move the whole event and the 107.9 broadcast to a new club in February.
Okay.
What new club you think about?
We looking at a couple of spots. The problem is we need 2 floors, so that's the issue that we looking at. Also, whatever club we go to gotta hit a couple of points for the radio station, insurance policy, stuff like that. So once we done got that locked down, then we gonna make it official. But we got a couple of prospects.
What brought the decision to pull away from the Anatomy?
Anatomy is trash.
Oh.
Whoa.
I don't
have pull punches, y'all.
I'm about to say, listen, because I
got the fake audience like.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't really blame it on like nothing else except for me just keeping it funky with y'all. Like it was trash. They came across a set of investors that wanted to put money into the venue, but it wasn't until after we already made our decision to leave. You know, it's like you got a club that ain't been remodeled, reformed, or had nothing done to it in 10 years. It's trash. Wow. So it's like, you know, the people that was coming out, the patronage was just declining on a regular basis, and it just my part of it was thriving. Unite CLE was booming. Like it's a lightweight, flawless formula. It works. And in 3 years of running that joint and having over 30 artists a week for 3 years straight in one city, like, shows that like that formula it worked. But
so did you come up with that on your own, or was that the club's opportunity? Like
they already had the show rolling before I got involved with Top of the World Studio, and then when they parted ways, they needed somebody else who had a connection inside the artist. I came in and I changed majority of the format to make it what it is now. So yeah, they owed me one.
Because you know I did it. I did one of the Anatomy nights and I came in like 4th or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was pretty lit.
I mean, but that's dope when you consider the fact, like I said, you get 30. We get put 30 artists on the stage in one night.
Yeah, it was pretty lit. I can't lie. It was pretty lit. When you were down at the Anatomy.
Yeah, man, it was legendary, man. I don't know nobody else really hold nothing down aggressive like that long, and then especially mixing together like rappers of different ages from different hoods, different sides of town. Like, it's a bunch of blood standing in front of the stage, and it's a Crip on the stage, like rapping about how he cripping it out here, and like and then not have a fight break out. Like,
so are you a blood or a Crip?
Nah, I ain't got nothing to do with none of that.
You hear him say he was a square?
I am a square. I'm telling you, I'm a square. Right. No, it's crazy. It's crazy because it's like, you know, like when I got to deal with them people on a regular basis. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's Crips that be like, hey, cuz, you good with Crip forever. And I'm like, I appreciate it. But then it's, right. But then it's Bloods that be like, hey, Buzz, you good? You ever want some chocolate bit bookies? I'm going to get you together.
Right. We're done with Anatomy. What you doing now? Where you going now? What's your next move?
I got a lot going on, y'all. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I got a lot going on. Actually, in March, I'm launching a monthly series of art shows. That real life is a Vibe on Air exclusive. Nobody knows that's happening.
You first heard it.
No, really, like nobody knows. But like, yeah, we dropping an announcement.
Gotta drop the bomb on him.
Yeah, we dropping the announcement in February. So we starting in March. We starting monthly art shows. I created a real dope concept. I still can't give all the info on it yet, but it's gonna be monthly.
Art like any form of expressed art.
Yep. So like, yes, I mean, you know, but it's gonna be themed art shows. We gonna have a bunch of different mediums of art running in the joint, and we gonna have a different theme for it every month, and it's already lined up through like September, so it's gonna be crazy.
So I know you and Andrew Lloyd is pretty tight. What y'all got going on together?
We did a show last year called the Underground Showcase Drive. Myself, him, and Mookie Motonio all drafted 5 different artists. Yeah, we did 5 different artists apiece, and then we all let our teams go head to head to see who put together the best showcase with their team, and we doing it again. We actually gonna do that in April, so that's coming up. Drew got some other joints he ain't even telling me about yet, but he just telling me to just clear the calendar. Yeah, he like just have your calendar open. I need you. I'm like, all right, cool. So, yeah.
What's next for you musically? Because, you know, I of course I asked you, you know, if you got some music videos, and you was like, no, I got rid of all the videos.
Yeah, man, I got rid of everything,
packaging everything, and flipping and flooping and blooping and blipping.
Yeah.
Are you a Crip or what?
Right.
I'm a drip.
Actually,
yeah, I know where you're going.
I got well, I have a partnership. I got some partnerships with some studios and some folks that I work with. So I'm in the process of getting back to the music. The thing is, I started working on one project, and then as I was recording a couple of songs, I'm like, yeah, these joints don't really go together. So then I put them as 2 separate lists, and as I kept recording, it was kind of like, all right, this song goes here, this song goes here, and now I sit back and look at it, and I'm like 4 into one project and 5 into a completely different one. So it's just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and put together these 2 projects and release them separately and let it work. So yeah, I'm working on that right now. But you know, I'm in the house mostly now. I'm about to launch an art site, doing my own art and selling my own art. So that's what I've been working on.
Drawing a little bit heavier lately.
Yeah, I have. I've been like up at like 7 in the morning and drawing until like 2 or 3 a.m. So I'm just trying to get enough material together. When I launch the site, it's like it's so much stuff. It's like it's always been there.
Okay. So you all around creative, I see.
Yeah.
You doing your thing out here, and I'm
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades. You cannot be a one-trick pony. So outside of what you doing,
what just gotta do with these girls riding horses?
Yeah, tricks and they weaves and ponies. What's wrong?
Outside of what you doing, because I know you're doing a lot. What artists right now are you flocking to? What artists in Cleveland in the underground right now are you saying like, oh, I'm rocking with this person?
I'm gonna always rock with my young homie Lord Luke. He's super fire. In terms of like, all right, so check me out. So like on the rap side, like Lord Luke, it's a young cat named Chachi I rock with, super tough. It's a homie named Free Verse. He's super crazy with the bar. Free Verse he's so crazy. Famine Red is a god. Skinner is one of the homies, and then I'm pulling my homie KO out of retirement, and this is real good because he's super crazy.
I love rappers' names now.
Yeah, man, like he's super crazy.
Skinner, two piece below.
Right.
Nah, you know what though?
Thugnificent.
While I think about it, though, like I tell you though, like in real life at Anatomy, one time I had an artist booked named Thousandaire Burrito.
Oh, shut up!
I swear, and I was just like, he ain't serious, and he was really there,
and
he was there rapping it hard. On the R&B side, you know, I always got, you know, like generally anybody you can catch on the open mic scene is like fire because Blaze really did do Smells Like Teen Spirit, and it blew my whole brain open. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that this dude would take, you know, the whitest song you ever heard and put the soul in it and freak the whole way, the cadence and how the whole song structure, sound, and feel. And it's like it's like you don't realize that you listening to a song that you know until you really pay attention to the lyrics. That's so fire to me. I don't even begin to try to touch that. I just know it's lit.
Like when he does that one song, something me and you. And you will be
facts, right? Yeah, happy together, bruh. It's ridiculous. Like how?
That's crazy.
Versatility is crazy.
And the Brian Cross. The Brian Cross is like a superhuman too.
So what would you do if you weren't doing music or any entertainment business? What would you do?
Well, I mean, like really, like I mean, I don't know if people would consider the drawing as an entertainment thing necessarily, but I mean, like I've been drawing as long as I can hold a pencil, so like that's like my thing. I've been on this scene in the entertainment scene roughly for like 8-9 years, and the thing is, there was about 7 of those years right when I started to like come out and like, you know, get some type of notoriety. I had stopped drawing. I stopped creating art. I lost everything I ever created in a flood, so I just decided to not draw anymore. So back in 2016, I decided to start again. So like that's just, you know, it's and I'm getting more and more passionate at it and just creating. So if I wasn't,
your ass can draw, host, rap. What else can you do?
Act, grow beards.
Grow beard. All you niggas.
Like, my track record, even though
all you ninjas can grow beard.
Nah, you already said it.
I know.
So say it twice.
You already said it.
All you
ninjas
I gotta
can
slap.
grow
There
beard.
you go.
I gotta give you a slap.
That's what's up. Slap me.
Everybody.
Yeah, there you go.
You can sing, rap, and dance in just one show.
No, I mean, I don't know. It's weird sometimes because like I don't know, because I still feel like I'm super regular. You know what I mean?
You in the anime wax?
Yes.
Me too, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like I'm super regular. I'm just
doing
like,
your
I'm
one
super
thing.
regular, but like
It
it's just
comes
it's just like unfortunately it's a lot of things that I just happen to be good at that people have interest in, and that's cool. You know, it's just, but like I said, that's all regular stuff to me. I don't really feel like I'm, you know, nobody special. I know that I'm good at the stuff I do. I know I'm better than a lot of people at the stuff I do.
Right.
Ain't no humility with it at all. I know I'm better than. I can look at your stuff and say, all right, I'm better than you.
Right.
But I don't like put nobody down because of it. It's just like, because like I said, it's just normal to me.
We're going to take a quick pause for the calls real quick. get some music played here. We're gonna take it old school on some music videos. We keep it Cleveland always, but we're gonna play some old school videos from some old school cats that used to do some music that's still around, but they ain't doing nothing right now. But this is the Vibe on Air. Mr. Deeds, the open mic king. Then we got that Poison Ivy chick over here, and then that
the queen.
PJ big head ass. It's the Vibe on Air, y'all. You know what it is.
You said it. The Vibe on Air.
It's the Vibe on Air. Right.
Yeah, this your boy, Raymond Clemens, aka Nice Guy. We are radio.com for radio. And you're tuned in to the Vibe on Air with your boy, Mr. Deeds and Poison Ivy.
Budgets, expensive videos, world tours. I was representing.
Cause I breathe, eat, and sleep hip hop. I represent hip hop. Never forget hip hop. Cause I am hip hop and I demand it not be violated by those who don't appreciate it. I'm representing.
My life without hip hop, me without a rhyme. It's like an inner city block without crime. Dog, it's like a battlefield without a mind. A stick up kid without a nine. An actor without a line. It's the sun with no shine. A clock with no time. Whole numbers with no primes. Closed patterns, non-designed. Words in the dictionary, non-defined. Me without a rhyme is like a train with no tracks. A dope boy with no stacks. A bean with no sacks. A city street with no cracks. A Broadway play with no acts. A DJ with no wax. A ghetto with no blacks. New Orleans, no max. Arithmetic with no facts. Me without a rhyme is like a car with no brakes. Rocked up with no shake. A Christian with no faith. A neighborhood with no snakes. A lot of friends and no fakes. A dream of heaven with no gates. A credit card with no rates. A snowstorm with no flakes.
Cause I breathe, eat, and sleep hip hop. I represent hip hop. Never forget hip hop. Cause I am hip hop and I demand it not be violated by those who don't appreciate it. I'm representing cause I breathe, eat, and sleep hip hop. I represent hip hop. Never forget hip hop. Cause I am hip hop and I demand it not be violated by those who don't appreciate it. I'm representing.
Me without a rhyme is like a teacher with no grammar. Wood nails with no hammers. Granddad with no manners. Cop cars with no scanners and no cameras. A jailhouse with no slammers. Me without a rhyme is like the sky with no clouds. A hairdo with no style. A trip with no miles. A hood rat with no child. A concert with no crowd. A clown's face with no smile. Wish hard with no pal. Rodman with no fouls. Two eyes and no brows. Me without a rhyme is like a fan with no blade. Rich folks with no maid. A drug bust with no raid. A gangbanger with no gauge. Comedian with no stage. Me without a rhyme is like a pit bull with no chain. Sand with no grain. Air Jordan with no game. Like a beggar with no change. Me without a rhyme is like a superstar with no fame.
Cause I breathe, eat, and sleep hip hop. I represent hip hop. Never forget hip hop. Cause I am hip hop and I demand it not be violated by those who don't appreciate it.
Heard about Big Yank on the D-Lo. Quickly coming up in the street though. Game 7 of the finals. 90-89, send you home with the 1-1 free throw. Round of mic got my thumb locked. The other hand got the seems to be with one pop records with one drop. I sell $1 million out of one stop. Ooh, got the sound that you feel for. Got the pound that you kill for. Kind of lyrics, labels cut a deal for. Catch me, he's singing in the billboard. I'm screaming out Midwest, Ohio. C-Town, better yet, my block. Got the crowd going that away, this away. Got them in disarray when I drop my next stop. Spotlights, Grammy stage, long nights, happy days. Big Yank in the war tribe, both representing fade. I'm talking about spotlights, Grammy stage, long nights, happy days. Big Yank in the war tribe, both representing fade. Big Yank in the war tribe, land runner thinking that's who we be. Big Yank in the war tribe, F to the A to the D to the E. Big Yank in the war tribe, land runner thinking that's who we be. Big Yank in the war tribe, F to the A to the D to the E. Big Yank in the war tribe, land runner thinking that's who we be. Big Yank in the war tribe, F to the A to the D to the E. Big Yank in the war tribe, land runner thinking that's who we be. Big Yank in the war tribe, F to the A to the D to the E.
If you didn't know, now you know it's the truth.
my wreck as I flex through. Looking for something to get into, fool. I thought you knew it stay true. So I call a big man to screw me up quick like pronto, so we can bounce the set, frozen in the Ford Bronco. It ain't a click unless that Midwest, that real mafia. Blabachino, I'ma get in food, don't start sweating. We only rolling cause it's a must. So why you frontin' cuss? Drake on rolls up quick, grabs a gauge and starts to bust. So what's up? These fools play a hail player like me. That ball of fast gigs done with the PSP. Remember me, when the world comes to an end, I'll be there. You see me, but still can't get with me. Fools get smoked like 1 or 2 fingers. If you could, with this you would, but you can't. So sit that anus down. You can't fade this Cleveland underground. My funk is everlasting in your trunk, shaking your rear view. Ooh, this is Stay True.
So I ain't driving, calling my homies every time I need a ride, man. Need to get my own. I ain't no kid, man, I'm grown, but don't got no job, don't qualify for no loans. I pick up the phone, call mama when I'm hit, but feel like a fool because my ass 26. Looking at the clip, man, they all falling G. Don't wanna sell rocks, but the block is calling me. Work security, but man, I had to stop, cause fools on the block was treating me like I was a cop. If I was to stay home, I got to get my hustle on. A baby was born, them new Nike days is gone. Back up against the wall, taking a beating but won't fall. Ain't that a job, Paul? Hell nah. The hell with y'all, I'm feeling like you. Man, what can I do? Whatever I do, fool, I got to stay true. Y'all got to stay true.
Suicidal, who be's my idol? That's on the low. I study whack 'em shit like Bibles. It's funny, I peep you sunny. You just a low light. No need for you to hold the mic, cause you keep me laughing like Dolomite. Now you know that I know. Late night up in the studio. It's all about business. Ain't got no time for your groupies. What? I feel as if though pay dues, and dues will get paid. Stay true to the essence. A legend in your own days. This ain't no East Coast or West Coast thing. We just some newbies in this rap game. I just take a claim. What the shame? It's a pity. Player haters in every city. You got to watch your own back. It's the palm tree committee. Much love for those MCs with skills that really don't sing, but you should. Cause whack MCs get all the goods. This be my family. My family stay true. There ain't no way that I betray this clique for any crew. Stay true.
For 96 and forever. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. Yeah.
Yo, Mr. D's the Open Mic King, Poison Ivy, PJ. It's the Vibe on Air. We back up in here. And we was just looking at some old school videos. Shout out to Mike Berry, Big Gank. We played your video, man, from back in the day.
It was hilarious.
It's the word with Mike Berry.
Then we played that Midwest Mafia Stay True. That used to be a banger back in the city.
You used to work with Mike Berry. Which I used to do.
H.H. Gray.
Who was selling the most?
He was probably the most aggressive, inspirational.
He was one of the best salesmen, no question. He was up there.
H.H.
He was up there. I had just came in. He was kind of showing me the ropes. Him, matter of fact, Ant Jones.
Ant Jones.
Freaking
Shout out to Ant Jones.
If you want to call in and talk to us, feel free to call in 216-526-1555. 216-526-1555. Johnny Boy tried to call there earlier.
H.H. Gray.
But he called during the break and I told him to call back.
Right.
He didn't call back.
Then you
What does the H and the H stand for?
Huh?
It's a shop with the H.H. Gray.
I bought some appliances when I was married.
You stole a couple of video games about that.
I ain't never steal nothing.
I have no idea.
Hey,
I ain't stole nothing.
he was in the shop.
Make sure. Never stole nothing from an H.H. Gray. But make sure you go and subscribe. Make sure you go to the link on the screen, the Vibe on Air. Go to that YouTube, the Vibe on Air. Hit that link. Subscribe, follow, subscribe, vibe, do all that. In the studio, shout out to PJ, by the way, he's back. You know, he don't understand what the mic is though, because he
look, man, I was just
looked like you sucking on it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was over the top. My bad.
Yeah, he went over the top.
That was my bad. I am
you gonna
sorry.
pay for that one.
You ain't gonna come
play
back.
my video.
You gonna pay for that
It's all
one.
about sucking mics. You can't play my
You
video.
ain't gonna come back, PJ.
You know what?
You ain't gonna come back, PJ.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave Carl Thomas alone.
All right.
Carl Thomas.
I wish.
Put the hat on, D's. Put the hat on so they see what I'm talking about. He got the 2001 Carl Thomas Summer Rain emotional video sweater and hat combo.
Yeah, I'm about to say the sweater hat combo do got you looking real 90s R&B.
And I put it over the mic, the headset too.
Is them iceberg jeans you got on?
Right.
That's a Sean John.
Yeah, this is Sean John.
You might have. It might be iceberg jeans he got on.
But it's dope.
The Pele Pele.
I wish you heard so much
What you say that?
Wear True Religion jeans, bro.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
Fancy.
just
Cool.
Popping tags on me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
So you're not 99, you 2007.
Right.
You like Mad Mac apocalyptic dress right now.
Hey, you know,
The
futuristic.
Thunderdome dress right now.
Futuristic. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
future brokish.
Mad people wish they could pull this joint off. Like you.
I'm good with my Dr. Zhivago glasses on. Oh,
Yeah.
You better Wallaby Steve.
Oh.
Dr.
You
Zhivago.
know,
Wallaby.
catch up, man.
I'm
We in the Matrix.
just messing with him. He looked like one of the Diary of a Vampire head ass. Little stat face.
Blade. I got the blade.
Little stat face.
Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah, that's what it is. Interview with a vampire.
That's actually in my like top 20 movies of all time.
That's a dope movie.
It's a really good movie.
I hate what they did with the second movie that they tried to say was a spinoff of it that Aaliyah was in.
Trash.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Super trash.
Some one of those things that somebody should have said.
Yeah, I
It
saw
was
half
super
of that.
Somebody should have said no.
Yeah.
But it had Aaliyah in it, so I watched it.
Yeah, I watched it just because it had a
Yeah.
Right before she died.
Right. And that little like gold bikini top thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. She was hitting it now.
Jesus.
Yeah, she was doing it.
Her birthday was like 2-3 days ago, wasn't it?
What?
It was more like Queen of the Day.
Right. Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah, she was cute. She was doing her thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Before we go any further, and PJ, you're going to be new to this, but
Don't look any further.
we have to jump into some of something special for the guys. You know, they're on the show today, and we appreciate y'all coming, man. And we have to get ready to
Come on, D. Come on,
It's time to play America's favorite game.
Hey.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
That's where you two have to define terms of ghetto slang into regular English. Are you ready to play?
Regular English.
What does it mean?
Meaning the proper terminology of the ghetto term.
Here are the rules to the game.
Basically interpreted for white people.
First of all, you cannot use slang to define slang.
The proper
You have to say it in regular English.
Yes, you do.
If you get the answer correct, you get a correct buzzer. If you get the answer wrong,
all right, DJ D-Rec.
And of course,
Okay.
really, that was a good one. And if you're wrong, of course, you're gonna be timed. Are you ready to play? What does it mean?
Sure. I also got a question to pose to y'all after the fact too. So it's,
okay,
we'll wait till the end.
You sure you don't want to ask us that question before?
Nah, just because I don't want to take it. I don't want to, mess up in case this word ends up in the game. So, I'll wait.
Okay.
We're gonna make it kind of easy right now. Will Blaze.
What up?
William Alexander Blaze.
Wow.
William Alexander Blaze.
Willie Bleezy.
Okay.
Your word is ratchet. No, you are not correct yet. Wrong button. Your word is ratchet.
Well, ratchet is something that happens to be a little bit the opposite of bougie.
That is not the correct format. So I'm sorry, you get the wrong word. Watts, you can take this as a steal.
Oh,
it is ratchet.
Yeah.
Ratchet could easily be defined as any woman who you see who does not know who the father of her child is at the mortgage shop.
Wow.
I will give you the actual definition of ratchet. The proper way to say ratchet is wretched.
Wretched.
Which means terrible.
And that,
okay, I get, okay.
And
so
that
that's
actually
what
is
you
terrible.
mean.
Yeah, because we can do that.
And that was a definition of something terrible.
That definitely was a definition
no
of something
idea.
terrible.
It's back on Watts because that was a steal.
Let's do it.
Watts. BKA.
He is I.
Mark.
Sometimes.
Marky Mark.
And the Funky Bunch crew.
Wow.
Mark.
Good vibrations.
Right.
Your word is guap. Sorry, I hit the wrong button again.
You got this, Watts.
Nah, I'm absolutely unsure how like the Caucasian way, like if there would be like a Caucasian derivative
it's
word.
A very simple answer, Watts.
Okay, well,
guap.
Guap is absolutely going to be money.
Yes. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
If you want to go super white, banknotes.
That is correct. That is correct. Guap is money or banknotes.
Oh, okay. See, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, ratchet, like, had, like, the wretched derivative. So I didn't know if there was a, like...
He said derivative.
You get another point for being able to know the word derivative.
Skrilla.
Will Blaze.
What up?
Will Blaze.
He will blaze.
Your word
So animated.
is square.
Well, that would be someone who would be considered unpopular or, not cool.
That's right.
That is correct.
That's right.
I'll give you the buzzer for that. But you can get a bonus point if you could tell me another definition that hood people have for
square.
What is it?
What is it? Come on with it. Come on.
Looking forward to having one in a few minutes. A cigarette.
Oh!
That is correct. That is correct.
That is hilarious.
Yes. Yes.
Watts.
Yes, sir.
Your word, and I hate to give it to you.
Damn it.
But I'm going to give it to you.
Double damn it.
Your word is
skirt, 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 skirt.
Skirt is a term used in the hip-hop community as an ad-lib to represent the sound made by a vehicle when you slam your brakes. To pull up and flex on them hoes.
Wait a minute, I'm going to just give you a whole bunch of Because that is actually the best definition ever given for that term. Everybody else just say the pull off.
Yes.
You've actually given the right. Thank you, Watts.
Thank you, Watts.
Now, everybody else, if you come on this show,
you got to top that.
You have to do better than what Watts just did.
I don't think you can top that. I think you give him a round of applause for that one.
Yes, Watts, that was awesome.
You have educated the Caucasian.
You have.
You just,
man. So if I pull off, it's skirt.
Yes,
that's what that means.
Yes.
The audience, the fake audience likes that.
Oh my God.
That's all that matters. That's funny.
William J. Blaze.
J is for joint.
Willie J. Blaze.
Willie J. Willie J.
Or how they used to say in the day, Willie. Hey, Willie.
Billy Blaze.
Willie.
Willie J.
Your word. Your word. Your word.
What's the damn word?
It's Pearl.
Pearl? Oh. God. Well, okay, there's a couple of different terms for pearl. Pearling is when something is rolled very well. It exhibits on each end a very round shape like a pearl.
No.
Keep going.
Pearl also means to leave.
Yes.
If you will.
That is actually the definition I
He
was
say
looking
if
for.
you will.
Okay. Yeah.
That is actually the definition.
That is it.
If you would like me to use in this sentence, man, it's time
I'm
for me to
about
go.
to
Man, I'm about to pearl.
I'm about to pearl.
I ain't said that in a long
That's a
time.
very old school term.
I know.
Like you know the slang is kind of shifted. I gave you the new school and the old school.
I'm fit to
I
bring that
should
back.
get 2 points for that.
Yeah, I believe he's lobbied for those 2 points.
Judges. 2 points for that.
The judges say he gets 2 points.
I'll give you a point because I felt like it.
He out here.
Oh my God.
Michael 5,000 watts.
Chopping them up, not slopping them up.
Okay.
Your word. Your word, sir. Little Mr. Watts, your word is lean.
Lean.
Lean is the slang term for a concoction created by mixing a lemon lime soda beverage along with codeine so that once you have sipped it, you will not be standing quite straight and you will look a little bit past 6.
Okay.
You'll be on 7. Yes.
Yeah,
I love that.
you'll look about 10 past 6 on the clock.
That is correct, Watts.
Yeah,
Very good. Somebody had just put on a lot of perfume and it could only be one
shut
person.
the hell up. God
Hopefully
damn.
there's only one person.
It smells
Secret bloom.
It smells like gay potpourri.
I'm gay pop.
Potpourri.
Gay popcorn. I'm secret blooming over here. I'm secret
Potpourri.
blooming. Shut up.
That's the best ever.
You better tell them. Shut up, D.
Will Blaze, your final word for tonight.
Dun, 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 dun.
Your final word is beasting.
Beasting.
Again, something that can be taken a few different ways, but I will simplify it and say you're doing something very well.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna say all the
You
time.
got that.
She always does that. She just so you got that all the time.
Got that.
When you're doing something very well, and when you're very successful at doing something.
Yeah.
That is correct. I will give you that.
Thank you.
You could have done better though.
Oh.
Watts.
Yes, sir.
Watts. Your word.
I've had like 2 words in mind that I've been scared of this whole time.
Really?
And I'm happy I ain't got either one of them. And like as I say that, I'm probably gonna get one of them.
No, I ain't gonna. It's probably not gonna be the word you think it is.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Your word is jive turkey.
Jive turkey.
Okay. Now listen. Okay, so You got somebody that owes you some money.
Okay.
You want to get that money from this person, and that person tells you, listen, brother, times are hard and I do not have it. But then later on that day, you see him on Instagram with a brand new Apple Watch.
Flexing.
And now you are thinking, this turkey just jived me.
You cannot use
I cannot. I know. I cannot
the
use the word to define the word, but you have been hit over the. Like it's that's the thing. That's the thing. Someone has pulled a fast one on you. That person is the type to pull a fast one on you, and they are trash.
That is correct. That is correct.
Oh, he said that turkey just jived me. I love it.
The better, if you had to use a slang word, it would almost be the same
Oh
as
my God.
corny.
That was
Facts.
so dope.
Yeah, jive.
You ever seen a jive turkey?
That jive.
Never seen a jive
You've never seen a jive turkey?
I've seen a turkey jiving though.
That turkey just jived.
That turkey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That turkey jive. Okay, now listen, hold on. So this is what I want to ask y'all because I'm actually. I got the crew together. We about to film this, and we gonna go talk to older people and younger people, but mostly older people, which is probably gonna make it real funny. Me and the crew are trying to find the origin of Jake because everybody knows Jake, everybody remembers Jake, and only people in Cleveland know what Jake is. But nobody knows where Jake originated. So it's like, who was the original Jake? Why was he called Jake? And then how did Jake become
a bad
what
thing?
We
Jake
originated Jake. Cleveland originated
Jake. We
Jake.
know. We trying to just find out. We know the
it was
original
Cleveland.
Jake.
But before we go any further,
Cleveland.
Can I close out the game?
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Tell them what they get, D.
I'd like to thank everybody for playing America's favorite game show. What does it mean? What does it mean? Our contestants, they both get the illustrious grand prize.
What they get?
I'm sitting their ass right here just
Sit
looking
right
at us
there
while we get to
looking
play this game. Thank you for playing. Good night, everybody.
What do it mean?
Oh, sorry. Because I had to bring in the, you know.
No. Not at all.
I like that Jake, though, because, you know, Jake was...
Y'all get nothing.
Well, see, I still say Jake on a daily basis. I say Jake on a daily basis, but the thing is, when I ask older people,
say Jake?
Yeah, no, of course I call people Jake. I call rappers Jake. I call some of everything Jake. But when I ask like some of my older like relatives, like yo, like y'all used to say Jake? Like my mom be like, yeah, we used to say Jake all the time.
People just used
like,
to say it.
Where did Jake
I don't know
come
where
from?
it came from.
How did your mom?
But it's only in Cleveland though. Like,
somebody had to.
like if you go like to Akron and call somebody Jake, they be like, huh?
How
New York
did
Jake mean a different thing than it do here?
It mean the police.
Yeah,
so
New York
like
Jake
that's
is
Right, the Jakes. How did your mom say Jake?
Like she said Jake like how
Like just Jake,
how
like
I
regular
say
Jake.
Yeah, like somebody
Yeah.
Jake.
Somebody,
yeah, like we get it.
Like Jake means whack.
Yeah.
She be like that Jake leg ass nigga.
My mom is
Jake is
65. I hope she would never say Jake.
No, but
She would've said
see, like, that's the thing though. Like
She would've
see,
said
but
Jai.
that's the thing though. Like we would,
said
I
Jai.
would ask
Boy,
her because
you
at some
Jake
point,
as
Oh, you Jake as hell.
at some point, Jive went out.
Yeah.
and then Jake came in
Because
like when and why?
It most
how did
likely,
it happen?
I'm going to say it was a dude named Jake who was famous for the bad joke, the worst clothes, the shoes that he had on, just everything that he did was just like, we all sitting here telling jokes and cracking, and he got that one, and everybody like, and then all of a sudden, that's just like Jake. And it was like, man, that's Jake. You Jake. And it had to be something like that.
But
Right, but like,
But that's
so
like-
who was that the group of kids in that room
That
had to be
room.
the coolest
Yeah.
ever in
But there's
Cleveland.
another
They
word-
spread something that became
Exactly.
a citywide
Exactly.
word that everybody say.
But there's
Nobody
another
knows.
word like that they say in Cleveland that originated from a dude I went to school with. When you get the bumps on your back of your neck, what do they call them?
Oh,
The Freddies.
The who?
Oh yeah, see.
The Freddies.
Oh my god.
Because the dude I went to school with, his name was Fred Jones. He had a big bumpy neck. We used to say he had the Freddies.
That's gross and unfortunate.
Man.
That is terrible.
Shout out to Fred Jones, by the way. How you doing?
No,
You just go shot him out like that? He's like,
Right.
he's sitting somewhere like this.
He ain't got
You
him no
lucky
more.
you got the most common name in the world.
He's
Facts.
sitting there.
Yeah,
Right, so no, that wasn't me. That was another Fred
Right,
Jones.
you don't know who it is.
Like if it was the D's,
But all they gotta know is no. Well, D did go to a certain school.
But if it was like you, the D, we know who it was because your name ain't common like that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
He gonna find you, bro.
He's sitting there somewhere like this, man. He's still talking about my head.
Yeah, dude, that'd be
All right, man.
bad.
It's 2017,
Right.
man.
Come on, man.
He probably,
You know,
probably,
you know, yeah,
you
Jake,
know,
man.
You Jake.
That
You
jive
jive
turkey, real
turkey.
Jake bringing that up,
You
man.
Jake with your Freddies.
Right.
But let's talk about Will and Watts here, because you know, now have y'all collabed on any music before? I'm sure y'all have.
Yeah, I'm on his album.
Yes, indeed. He's on Exposure. Exposure's available everywhere right now.
I saw him in the video too. Of course, I saw him in the video.
Yeah,
I watched the video.
He was in New Shoes as well.
Yeah.
He's also in the video for our song, which is freaking what is our song?
Y'all got a video for that?
I want it. Yeah, want it. Right.
Is that on YouTube?
Right. No, it's not yet. The video isn't out yet. I'm putting the video out this year though.
Okay.
It's fire though.
Yeah, it's dumb fire.
On it.
We had some issues with the clips and getting everything together, so we actually had to edit the clips ourselves. And we've been working on it for some time, but it's just about ready now. Shout out to Carl and Warren, Arrogant. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
Shout
Arrow
out to
to
Shout out to Arrogant.
What's up with it?
Fat Burner.
Had him on the show a little while ago.
Yeah,
So Will, you a vocal coach. You teach people how to sing or teach people to better their voice. Sing. So give us some pointers that you can give for free. Like what are some things that somebody could do to help increase, make their voice better? 'Cause I know it's mostly about being able to breathe properly.
I was just gonna say breathe. That was one major.
But what's some tools, some techniques you can give to help people better their breathing? I had Chandra Ray on here, and she was giving some breathing.
Yeah, Chandra's dope.
Yeah, she dope as hell.
Yeah, man. No,
she's scary.
One thing I would tell people is, when you're breathing in, a lot of people don't realize that, your stomach isn't actually supposed to go out when you breathe in.
It's supposed to go in.
It's supposed to go in.
Yeah.
When you breathe in, and then when you breathe out, your stomach goes out. Mm-hmm. That is and you're pushing that air out. So as a vocalist, you need to have that gun locked and loaded. You know what I'm saying? When you breathe in, to push out, and it pushes out with no problem, you know what I'm saying? But if you breathe in and your stomach's already out, when you try to push out, you ain't got nothing to push. There's nothing there.
Right. So we were out there taking a break, me and you, and I told you that I was going to make you sing.
You are big on it too.
Yes.
Right
Yeah,
now is the time.
Right now. Because you already hit the
But hold on, no. Before he sing, though, I see, because Watts be, he be capping and talking about how he, he the dopest, which,
Oh, no, Watts might be the dopest rapper, though. He might be.
I want to see if he can mess with this beat, though.
Watts getting in.
Hey, can I rap too? Because I like to rap.
Can you rap?
Will Blaze.
Can you rap and sing?
Will Blaze rap better than me.
Yes.
I ain't gonna say I rap better than him at all.
You ready? You
ready,
BK?
I'm letting you know. Yeah,
I don't know if I got any raps that ain't got. I got some raps that ain't got no cussing.
No, I got plenty. I'm the cuss word king. I can edit myself.
Well, come on, Watts, baby. Come on, baby.
Here's the beat.
Come on, baby. No, that's not it. Trust me.
All right, I ain't gonna do that beat.
I'm about to say, all right, you trying to be
funny.
I'm about to say, I was honestly expecting Barney.
No, I got something.
This was good.
I got something.
This was good.
Yeah,
what it is.
It was going.
He got some tracks from Charlie Wise, Red Room Productions. So,
shout out to Charlie Wise.
So we gonna play this one from Charlie Wise.
I ain't gonna argue with you.
You gonna argue?
No. People play beats and say rap, and it's just all right. Well, there you go.
Oh, sorry.
Let's go. I had to. Wow, really? Just turn up the.
Right.
They got headsets on; they can hear it.
Oh, yeah. That joint is doing something.
Turn it up in the headset.
Okay, I'm about to say because nothing was happening there first.
She was turning up on the outside speaker.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Warm you up.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna start it over.
That's cool. I ain't gonna argue with you. I
Cause I'm whack. I want the real rap to make me sound better.
That's funny. I know. Don't look at me like that.
DJ Mr. D's.
Your shirt lightweight see through. Okay. Give me them eyes.
Will Blaze, cause he will blaze. Women crushing like a Wednesday. And finally do a story about my life. Yeah, see a brother never did play. In the class act while you kids play. Shorty frying shot, call her midday. But to see it leave where the kids stay. So my hop can't make it fly away. I got a sick head, wear nothing but purple. Since Prince dead, work hard to make sure my crew fed. Told God I'm blessed, cause of everything that you said. Grown man though, I got that new bread. Trying to fight off every hoe in the tool shed. Silly Willy might go illy off of Molly. Chillin' with Millie, rockin' a full lift chinchilla like Cameron. My mind gone. Get rather live shit.
No, Will Blaze got bars. You gotta chill. Alright, I'll say something that rhymes now. Listen, I'm the truth through every tooth. When I'm in that booth, call me the crook. Then I'll steal them top positions, stack them dollars on your books, and then I'll show you rappers how to give music a boxing look. You see, to stay on top, you gotta make hits and write hooks. I'll do your competition, which for me, that's not a challenge, see, cause any brother that challenges managed to fall off balance. And see, I go deeper than a white chick though, and I'm hotter than your winter coat. I'm spitting coke, these brothers jokes, I'm bad like a hole in the boat. So drowners trying to stay afloat, they strap the bricks, I watch them choke like turtlenecks. I'm at they throw the froggy leaping, and now he croak. Forget the radio, what they gotta play me for, cause the game is full of squares. It's like the intro to that Brady show. I'm that spark that'll make them start, then stay on beat like a healthy heart. So they say my flow is always cracked like toddlers' doors after dark. Now I'm essential to rap and I'm Red Sea. I'm apart, while these rappers sweet as tart. I'm hard, trying to leave my mark. Watch, I'm at it with that Edison approach. My presence in the air like smoke. These brothers shadier than lokes. I'm out for riches while you broke like an appliance when it's soap. And I feel like the only hope, so I flow like a living moat. Homie, the lyrics blessed. You could have took them out of Psalms. I'm the storm without the calm, and you fighting without your arms. So first, ring the alarm, then squeeze on your lucky charm, cause I got this soul like yarn. I'm an animal out the barn.
Okay.
Let's go, PJ.
Okay.
Yeah. You Jake, down by the lake. I take. Give me that rake so I can hit that snake. I'm hungry. I should have ate. Food off the plate. Dunk like Blake. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Bars.
That was the best verse out there. Everybody here. So.
2018.
I don't know what to do.
2018.
My new
doing
girlfriend.
everything. Renting 10 in your area, son.
He gonna have to write.
You don't know done, son? You don't know done, son?
Yeah.
That was live right there, though, fellas. That was live.
That was dope.
Except for the part where D thought he was SW1, adding a little stuff into the doggone mix.
You a hater. you a smelly, shiny hater. So we got Watts to rap. So now, Will, you got to get Watts to sing.
Oh, it's not gonna happen. Look, man, I tell y'all what y'all get me. Y'all
Black
get a couple
hole
of them.
sun, won't you come?
See, he know what to do. He know how to get him. He know how to get him.
And wash away the rain.
Yes, sir.
Playing, man. You know I like that white music.
Y'all gotta come down, man.
You know I like that good white music.
But I want to
Shout
hear
out
you.
to
I want to hear you.
S Show Karaoke. S Show Karaoke. I can't say the word. S Show. SHIT Show Karaoke.
Sugar Honey Iced Tea Show.
Oh yeah, they know.
Down at the Grog Shop every Monday at 9 p.m.
Let's hear it, Will Blaze.
Yes, come on, baby.
Poison, you want to sing first?
Yes.
Hold on.
Don't you give me no fucking crick. Oh, damn.
So you cussing again.
I done cussed like 3 times. Don't give me no effing crickets.
I'm not gonna do nothing.
All right, you ready, Blaze? I'm gonna get you started.
You gonna get me to start it? What you singing?
Don't wait for me. I just make love to you, boy. There you go. Now go ahead.
The crickets came out.
I don't know how to follow that one.
More stay at a time.
You want me to do it
I
one more
don't
time?
know.
You want me to do it one more time? All right.
Let me see if I'm gonna see if I can turn the crickets off.
93 FM.
Make love to you, Blaze.
93 FM. WZA.
Wait a minute. She said make love to you blowing.
I said Blaze.
She actually.
Blaze.
Oh, so she only nothing. Okay.
With your rush. That was pillow talk right there.
No, that was a rush to get out of there.
Whatever. I did my thing. Screw y'all.
You did your thing.
That was lit. PJ, whatever.
Don't I got a baby crying?
Don't you make no baby cry. It was lit.
Jimmy want a what? Jimmy want a hug. No, Jimmy want a piece of your chocolate cake.
I just made love to you, boy. God
damn it. Go ahead,
Oh my God.
Shut up.
Hey, hold on. Before you bless and blaze, man.
No, I can't stand you.
I got the call, man. I gotta get my 2 bibs, man. I gotta go get the baby, man.
Oh, you gotta get the baby.
Yeah, man. It's time to put her. She got school at about 7 in the morning.
BDK, what's gotta get the baby?
Gotta go get my baby.
All right, I need you to hold on 1 second because we're gonna take a quick. Well, we finna end the show after right there. So if you can hold on for a second. All right, but go ahead, Billy.
What am I singing? All right, I'm gonna sing. It's the song that I love right now by Daniel Caesar called "Get You." I'm gonna sing that. Through drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been around for me. Kingdoms be falling, angels be calling, but none of that would ever make me leave, yeah. 'Cause every time I look into your eyes, I see it.
Come on.
You're all I need. Every time I get a bit of sight, I feel it.
Hey.
Ooh, who would have thought I'd get you? Yes. Yeah. Ooh, who would have thought I'd get you?
Yeah.
We need maintenance done by Poison to mop up a spill.
Sing. Sing, yeah, sing.
PJ.
That was awesome.
What's up, dog?
Go ahead and take him to the bridge.
I can't do that.
But y'all didn't know that PJ sang too.
If you walk away from me, girl, I'll just love you from behind.
Yes, sir.
From behind. If I can't love you from the front, I just love you from behind.
And then I come in.
Wait for me.
Yo,
I just
what
make
song
love
is
to
this?
you, girl. That's Morris Day. You don't play. Don't wait for me. I just make love to you, blanks.
Boo.
Don't hate on my song.
But I be stroking.
Hey.
That's what I be doing.
Clarence Carter.
Hey, stroke it to the world.
Right now.
Stroking to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking.
Yeah, I be stroking.
Open up your eyes.
Stroking.
Dum dum diddy.
It's so funny running into you.
Oh boy.
All right, girl.
Hey.
It has to be 3 years since we last seen each other.
Got a question, y'all. We talking about singing. What in the world does shabba dabba tweet mean? Somebody asked Charlie Wilson what that means. Because I want to know. What does it mean?
That means you got it. PJ, that means you got it.
Shabba dabba tweet.
You got
We
it.
having all kinds of fun and everything, but it's time for us to cut it short, man. I'd like to thank
Sweetie doom dee.
Shum Dum Diddy. Shum Dum Diddy. Hey!
To hurt you, baby. He probably that meant I'm sorry. That was a long I'm
That's
sorry.
not so. Yes, PJ, that is.
You gotta give him some of that Aaron Hall. From the bottom of my heart to the depths of my soul.
That's a lot of missing. Yeah,
I miss you.
You miss somebody that much.
Yes, I do. But we about to end this show real quick. I gotta thank our guests for coming, man. Will Blaze, Tell people where they can find you, music, and find your info at, or get in touch with you.
Yo, you can find me everywhere at He Will Blaze. That's my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, my SoundCloud. I do have an album out right now called Exposure. It's on all digital platforms, iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Play, all of that. You can stream it, you can download it. You should download it and then stream it. Like, that's the support. That's the method right there. That's how we get. That's how we eat.
That's how we eat, B.
That's how we eat. So, you know,
real,
download
son.
it and then stream it. My single For You is out right now. That's going to be on Lessons in Love, Volume 1. And look out for that. It's coming soon.
Watts, I know you got to go. Go ahead and shoot out your info so people know how to find you and find your work.
You can find me everywhere. I am on social media, all platforms at BKA Watts. You also can check me out voicing all of the Channel 3 news commercials on 107.993 and also Sirius Satellite. I grow beards, I rap, and I hate walks on the beach.
And you make big ass burritos.
Gigantic burritos.
Big ass.
They're not even burritos, they big burritos.
Big burrito.
Burritos.
Yeah.
Burritos.
Right.
Copyrighted by Mr. D's.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Can I use it? Can I use it? No, I appreciate y'all for having a play on the show one time though.
What up?
This was lit.
It's always a pleasure being.
Thank y'all, man. And what I'm gonna do when we get ready to get out, I'm playing your song as we roll out.
That's lit.
Hold on, real quick. You can find me.
I was getting to that. You don't let me do nothing.
You can find
PG, where can they find your stuff?
You can find me at the Justice Center fighting to break an internet case Monday through Friday. I am innocent for all those. I am innocent. No, you can find me my Facebook JRP. No, I'm sorry, that's my email address. Excuse me. Paul Jones Jr. is my Facebook. Instagram is Mr_Jones_Jr. And that is all. Oh, I'm sorry. Twitter. I don't know what my Twitter is no more. I gotta look it up. I'll tell y'all next week.
Poison, go ahead and shoot out your M Fizzle for a shizzle.
It's your girl Poison Ivy, POIZONIV, Instagram, Facebook, everything. Holla at me.
And of course, my name is Mr. Deeds, and you can find me on Facebook at Dade Carroll, or you can go to Instagram and find me at Mr. Deeds is who you need. I'm on Snapchat as I think my name is Deed Carroll.
Deeds in the place to be.
I do want to thank our guests for coming. We appreciate them. It was a great show. Like having Watson Will on the show. It was always fun. But this is, you have officially been tuned into the Vibe on Air. Mr. Deeds, the Open Mic King, Poison Ivy Queen, PJ the Ball.
Hey,
yeah, like that.
The ball, baby.
That's how you do it. Baby.
The ball, baby, baby.
Make sure y'all tune in, follow, subscribe, Vibe. You can catch us on Facebook at The Vibe on Air.
Hey.
Hit us up on Instagram at The Vibe on Air.
Hey.
YouTube at The Vibe on Air. You can hit us up on Mixler at The Vibe on Air. Snapchat, The Vibe on Air. Periscope, The Vibe on Air. Twitter.
We ain't got
no Twitter.
We ain't doing that. We don't need that. We don't need to be twit. We ain't trying to twit. We ain't trying to do it.
Get one.
We ain't trying to do it. No.
Well, if you go on Periscope, it's on Twitter, but I ain't gonna tell you where it's at on Twitter. Y'all have a great day. Make sure y'all tune in next week. We're gonna have some guests that I don't know who they are yet.
I gotta pee.
But I will know some. The Poison Ivy P game. PJ, D's. We out of here, man. We're gonna play this Will Blaze for a little bit, and y'all gonna like it. Blaze, don't you go nowhere, man. I need to talk to you. But we're gonna drop this Will Blaze track as we end the show. It's a dope track. This one called This Work. We're gonna ride that. Let's roll.
I'm clocking in.
get this work. Saturday is mine, Sunday you can go to church. See, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. This is my profession, girl. I know what I'm doing. I see my opening, so you know that I'm pursuing. You see the resume, so no need for interviewing. Acting like you don't want me to fill the position. Well, baby girl, who you think you fooling? Cause I put in work that overtime, going all night till you satisfied. It's gonna be a strong quarter, baby. Guaranteed to make it profits right. It's time to go to work. Shorty got a thing for me. So let the shit begin. It's time to go to work. Clocking into your body. So you gon' get this work, yeah. So you gon' get this work. You gon' get this work. Lay you down, roll you round, make you go berserk. So you gon' get this work. You gon' get this work. Saturday is mine, Sunday you can go to church.
See, first she said you not my type. I said that's cool, alright. But please give me the pleasure of courting you for the night. I'm trying to get into you and into things that you like. And maybe over time, you see my work is suffice. So go ahead, roll the dice. Add some spice to your life. And what I wanna do to you, miss, I promise I couldn't write. But can't promise I wouldn't bite. That apple is looking right. And my attitude for work is stupendous. I'm very nice. And I ain't charging no fees. Free is always the price. I'll even handle the plumbing if you just need you some pipes. So concentrate on the good. Yeah, let me put in this work. Cause I can make it so that it feels so good that it hurts. And then kiss it to make it better. That'll just make it worse. Now she want that whole experience again. It was her first. So just relax in my bed. You can put on my shirt. Cause Saturday is mine. Sunday you can go to church.
It's time to go to work. Shorty